Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Misscliks cast of our game that we're doing today. Wow, that was great. Welcome. We're going to be playing some D&D here. Britt, why don't you take it away?
Hey, it's me, Britt Wiseman, in real life and on the internet. And today, I will be playing Glarch the Smith. Never been this kind of character before, so it'll be an interesting mess for the children. Curtis, what's up with you, man?
Hello, I am Curtis Weed. Today I'll be playing Canuck, the lumberjack, and I have been pre-gaming for the children with a Canadian club. We're keeping it real Canadian with my character, and I'm a lumberjack 24/7, so this will come very natural to me. V, over to you.
Hello, I'm V Parlofoy, or you could just call me V, which is easier. I am playing Serena, the huntress today, and I got tea. Eric.
Hey, I'm Eric, and tonight I'm playing Ambrosia, better known as Braz, and I have friendship with all these people to drink today, so let's figure out how that's going to work. Neil, take it away.
All right. So I'm going to do a little bit of exposition about what's going on. Our story today takes place in the Kingdom of Mystria on the continent of Arcadia. It is ruled, the Kingdom of Mystria, by this brutal red dragon by the name of Scoria. She's kind of overtaken the land, has run the kingdom into ruins, and everything's more or less falling apart. There's not enough money to protect the people, and monsters are starting to run rampant. Our story today does not actually involve Scoria directly. This is just a single thread of the greater picture that we're going to be talking about. Today's storyline is called Morta's Marauders. Morta is a bugbear bugbear chief, who runs a band of goblins, and they got a little pet ogre who have been marauding around the area that we will see on screen as soon as it switches over. Our party comes from a small town named Coyote Springs, which is notified here by the red circle and black dot near the Heart River. And because we have a short period to play, we're just going to kind of recap all the events that have led up to now. So earlier in the day, Morta's Marauders came through your village. They stole a bunch of your supplies. They kind of burned down one of your buildings, took all the money in it. They went to the children's hospital that has been established here in Coyote Creek or in Coyote Springs, and they captured the cleric there. Why they captured the cleric is kind of unknown. Maybe the cleric said something to them. Maybe they were going there specifically for the cleric. Whatever the reason is still pretty vague. You're from this tiny little podunk village, maybe like 400 people on like a good day when you've got a couple of tourists and some family from out of town coming through. And so as the sun sets and people are kind of picking things back up and looking around and realizing that there's a missing cleric, but most of the other people are okay here and there, and the sun is setting, the village is getting together talking about this horrible event, you hear from up the canyon the soft pounding of drums and the echoing laughter of goblins, a bugbear, and an ogre. And you can tell that somewhere up that canyon, right behind your house, those marauders are there, drinking the ale that they stole from you, and probably hanging out with the cleric, who really, without this cleric, everyone in the hospital is going to die because there's no healers in town. So the four of you, the bartender, the smith, the huntress, and the lumberjack, have volunteered to rescue your cleric, who has been taken. Her name, if you care about it, is Asandra. And maybe put a stop to Morta's Marauders, if you can, if you're willing to. So why don't we come into game, as the village has just agreed that you four brave people are going to go off and try and, solve this problem. I think we'll start with the village elder, who is an old woman, maybe 90 years old. She's kind of hunched over with her cane, says, closing up the ceremony, thank you for so much for taking all of this in your hands and risking your lives to save the children in the hospital, and probably me. I'll be there soon.
No problem.
Thank you. How do you need anything before you set off?
What do you have? Probably.
Not much. I'm very poor. We're all poor here in the village. I was really asking more about moral support wise.
Yeah.
No
a song
weapons
for
or
you.
funds.
I think a prayer would be in order.
Oh, yes. Well, may the blessings of the goddess of life and creation rest upon your head and carry you all the way through your death, whenever that may be.
Do you happen to have any potions or anything?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I have this wonderful pumpkin spice potion. Hold on. Let me run home and get it right now. It's delicious. And she starts to hobble off the makeshift stage, hunched over pretty badly, and heads off towards her old lady hut.
Well, I hope it's better than her pickle spice potion. Not good.
Do we
One
need
of the worst, actually.
A pickle spice potion?
Are we waiting for this pumpkin spice
Yeah.
potion? I think we. Okay. I mean, I feel like we should go.
I mean, she'll get to her house eventually. It's
She's
a half
so
mile
old.
away.
I mean, it might have something we could use.
Would I, the bartender, know what this pumpkin spice potion could possibly
Oh.
entail?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's like apple cider, but you replace the apple with pumpkin.
Right. So
It's just a regular drink, but it's kind of good.
so it's like pumpkin, like ginger beer, like pumpkin beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Like
Okay,
it's, so it's like
maybe never
more
mind.
bubbly. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a few bottles that you sell at your bar.
Okay.
By the way, what is the name of your bar?
Oh, the pine needles.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Sounds like a hipster bar. A lumberjack could do real well there.
You're our primary clientele.
That's where I hang out on the weekends.
Yeah.
All right. I don't need
There's
any
no other
pumpkin
place
spice
to hang
right now. Can we go? Yeah, there's nowhere else to spend time.
You hear from up the canyon, up Coyote Canyon, the laughter of goblins having a great time with the booze that they've stolen from your little village.
Oh, they're having a much better time than we are.
Yeah, we don't need the pumpkin spice. Let's go get our booze back from those goblins.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So we're going to do a quick little switcheroo over here. I'm going to go take a look at a slightly different map. This is the map of where you are. On the right side, we can see Coyote Springs. That's your home. And here's the various networks of creeks and rivers and kind of a topographical map of the area here. The huntress in this area, Serena,
Sorina.
that one, is familiar with the area around here. She spends a lot of time in the backwoods, kind of doing the things that hunters do. So you just hear echoes of laughter coming from up here somewhere. What are you gonna do?
Without delay, I think I'm going to usher us all to make out what's going on, what's afoot over there. I'm trying to be really cool about it because, I don't want to, show that I actually care about Asandra at all. And it's totally about getting this drinks back, because why would I care about Asandra and her pretty hair and her face and her smile that radiates sunlight? Why would I care about that?
And Canuck is actually very interested to push himself immediately in front of this fellow who serves him drinks once in a while, because he wants to make it very clear that he's interested in saving this cleric and has been very interested since she first came to town. So I'm going to lead the way, even though I have no idea how to go through the woods, even though I cut trees.
My huntress character is also very interested. So she leads the way. She steps in front of both men.
Okay.
I am interested in saving the children, because if those children don't grow up and need armor, I'm not going to have a lot of work in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I need
call.
my customers to survive. But I have no romantic interest in the cleric.
So I'm hearing wolves on the audio. Does that mean there's wolves in the woods? Are they nearby? Because Canuck is not happy about that.
It's Coyote Springs.
Do I
Damn.
see any? Well,
You don't see any wolves or coyotes.
No, I was thinking, do I see tracks for anything?
Well, you're standing, let's say, at the edge of the creek, in town still. So there's no significant tracks other than like whatever tracks that you guys have made just coming here. Actually, I take that back. There are various footprints and kind of splashed areas where the monsters have cruised up the creek earlier today.
Are they anywhere? Do I notice that they're anywhere near the watchtower, or they're different directions?
Well, the watchtower is kind of far away from you. We've got a bit of a scale here. So I would say the watchtower is about half a mile away, and I want to say like 600 feet up.
Let's go. And I head towards the direction of the sound, because I know the woods, so I can track that.
Sure.
Okay.
The sound is just echoing through the canyon. So you start your journey through it. How are you traveling? You're all humans. It is a full moon out tonight, but none of you have dark vision. You can travel through the creek and the hilly area around you because it's such a bright moon. But would you like to bring torches with you?
Probably wouldn't.
How confident is our huntress knowing the game trails that lead up to the watchtower? We've lived here all our lives. We should probably know these places by heart.
I'm like Katniss. I mean, I know them.
So, yeah, I think we're going to solid snake this.
Okay.
All right. So let's get a token over here since Serena is there we go. You are going to be our token on the map. And so you start going up the creek and you come to this area where the East Fork kind of splits off, and you can most definitely hear the sounds coming from the regular fork, the main fork of the creek here, up this way somewhere.
Okay, so we head that way.
Yeah, sure. Is there anything in particular that you're doing that I should be aware of? Are there any precautions you're taking? Is there anything you're specifically on the lookout for? Or are you guys just like stomping up the middle of the creek?
No, I would definitely be eyeing up the hills and making sure that if I'm seeing any creatures come at us at all or hearing anything around us. So I'm definitely keeping a watchful eye, like I'm looking all around me as I'm going.
Right. Excellent.
I'm just stumbling randomly through the woods. I have an 8 intelligence, so I'm terrible at this.
Keep it down.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident that the goblins that get sent on watch duty during a party hate their lives and are not paying attention at all. They are so jealous of the party going on.
What's out here? You need to be careful.
I'm trundling behind everyone, ready to fight when it's time.
We should
kind of nervous. I'm like, I know, like I don't like being out here in the dark, but I know that it's worthwhile. And deep down, I actually want to save the children for purposes other than monetary motivation.
Sure you do. Of course. Serena, can I get a nature check from you? Awesome. Great. That's fantastic. So you guys start heading up the wrong creek.
That sounds about right to me. I think we're on the right track, fellas.
Yep. You get about 2/3 of a mile, maybe 1/3 of a mile, before it becomes very evident that you guys have gone the wrong direction. There's no more sounds of laughter. There's no more drumming. And you've gone a half a mile, maybe 1/3 of a mile. These guys, unless all of a sudden they've just stopped playing, they should be getting louder, not quieter, not quieter.
Shh.
I think we go the other way.
No. The party's over. I think let's keep going this direction. I think we can sneak up on them. They're probably sleeping.
I think we go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So to go the other way, are you cutting over the mountains, or are you going back down the creek and back up the other creek? How would you like to go about this process?
Mountains.
We'll go through the mountains.
I grow tired of this scenic creek. Let's get closer to the moon that watches over us tonight.
I agree.
You climb this first hill, and from it you can see two sources of light. There's a little bit of light coming from this old watchtower that was built up on the hill maybe like 60 years ago, just by the local people. You know, they wanted to have like a cool viewpoint that could look over the whole area. It serves no military purpose for you guys whatsoever, but you do see a small light coming from that area. And there is a much larger, brighter light coming from around here on this creek.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Do we see any shadows in that light, or just?
I mean, you're still like half a mile away, or a quarter of a mile away.
Right.
So.
We just see the ambient brightness.
Right, because it's like down in amongst the trees, so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
low.
Right. Well,
And I guess now that you're up on the cliffside, you can also hear the drums again and the laughter of goblins.
goblin parties go all night into the next day. That's what
beautiful.
That's my old cellmate used to tell me.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Speaking of goblin laughter, can I ask Britt to give us your best goblin laugh? What does it sound like when goblins are having a good time?
Hold on, let me get into my goblin mindset.
Sure. That's exactly what you hear echoing up.
That would have goblin sound.
Shh! Listen. I think those goblins have cancer. We could be at an advantage here.
Oh,
I think we should strike. We should strike while they're weak.
I think you're right. Let's do it.
They're tiny, drunk, angry goblins. Is that what we're thinking of? Yeah. Because a giant goblin has a different laugh.
These are tiny, drunk, angry goblins. Yes.
Yeah. So they sound like.
Okay. So you guys are just approaching directly, beelining for this fire that you see. And who hasn't? Let's see. Lumberjack.
Uh-oh.
You are the biggest person in the party by far.
Yes.
So I want you to make us a stealth check because you're the most likely one to mess it up. You are the weakest link here. So let's see if you can keep yourself quiet while you're approaching.
Well, you know, you would think that, but in my time as a lumberjack, I have come across a few superstitions about the trees, and I believe that the trees in this region are actually quite alive, and they do not like being chopped down. So I actually sneak up on them before I cut them down. So we'll just see about that little...
Oh my! Absolutely.
Yes.
The stealthy lumberjack is helping you guys make your way. You come to a cliff overlooking the area. And you can see, let's bring you here and drop your tokens on it somewhere. You're approaching from the upper right side. So let's drop you guys over onto this upper right side. You're actually on a cliff higher above, so not actually where your tokens are. You're much higher in elevation and maybe another few hundred feet away. But you can see this campsite down below. There are a bunch of goblins, this big bugbear, and an ogre. And they're all drinking and dancing. The bugbear is banging on some drums. The goblins are laughing. The ogre has a barrel of beer in his arms and is just kind of like occasionally lifting it up and drinking it and then tucking it back and kind of doing a little ogre dance that goes like this. Back and forth. There's a lot of these guys, though.
Canuck he has never seen an ogre dance. He's mesmerized. He kind of taps the nearest person. Who's the nearest person to me right now? It looks like Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Saranya.
Serena.
It's a little sexy. I mean, I live a very secluded life, very lonely in the woods. But that ogre. Maybe we could talk to them.
I mean, are you talking privately, Canuck?
Or
is this loud enough?
I'm
for
probably
the...
talking far too loud.
Well, I mean, like, I kick I dig my foot into the dirt a little bit, you know, like just like the toes of my feet, like digging in, being like, well, like I know a little bit of goblin.
Oh, you do?
Braz. Yeah, I mean, when I was doing the stint up in Stonehook Prison, I was. You can't make it without knowing a little bit. The goblins, they run all the stuff that you need to get through the day. So yeah, I mean, I know a little bit of slang. I could try to talk to them if you want.
As I hear this, I look at them, and I have pulled out my dagger and my warhammer, and I'm like, are we not just running in and destroying them?
Hold on. Are we certain that these are the goblins, ogre, assorted, villainous creatures that are connected with what happened in the village?
More laughter comes out, right?
Of course, y'all.
Yeah. Yes.
There's no question about this. And I pull out my weapons as well.
All right. Well, we've explored all the options, and we should probably kill them.
Wait. What if? And hear me out on this.
We are here to save Sandra.
What if we could get this group of goblins to be mad at the goblins partying up the hill?
Goblins are pretty stupid.
What if this is like look, my parents always loved Thanksgiving, right? The harvest festivals, and I hated being a kid and having to sit at the little kids table during the harvest festival. We can just say this is like the kids table.
Listen,
they're getting disrespected.
I don't want to hear any more about your Thanksgiving stories, but if you think you can talk to them,
that's totally fair.
We can try it.
Right? Oh.
And yeah. I'm going to stand behind you with my weapons prepared.
Right.
So you go ahead and go down there. We'll be right behind you.
Yeah, right. You go. Yeah. We'll be here to support.
Okay, I will do that then, group. And I look to Serena to make sure. Is Serena cool with it too? All right, you guys hide out, and I'm going to make sure her collar is like ready to go, and she looks good. All the buttons are good, and I come out looking very stylish, and I come out of the woods. Yeah.
Before you say anything, I want to know how far away your backup is.
I was just gonna say I'm actually gonna kind of sneak up a little bit closer. Like, I'm gonna keep a watchful eye as I come up closer, but I'm gonna kind of hide out closer to
Okay, are you like 100 feet away, 500 feet away?
Like,
are you like up the cliff? Are you down on the same flat ground? Like, what's your dealio?
I would be just a little bit up the cliff.
And how far?
Like 50, 100 feet? 50 to 100 feet?
1 foot to 2 miles.
For the sake of round numbers, let's just call it 50 or 100 feet. Let's just call it 50 feet for the sake of round numbers.
Okay.
And you're up on the cliff. The remainder of the party.
Neil, can you tell me how fresh those beats that they're throwing down are? I'm hearing drums. I'm hearing a good party. How fresh are the beats? That's going to be important to my decision.
They are missing something. Right? Like, you've got a good beat in the background.
Yeah.
You've got this like kind of weird humming or dancing that's going along with it, but you're missing some
bass.
sort of instrument, like
bass.
Yeah.
Goblins can't play bass. They just can't. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Can you make a perform check and I want to see what that is before I make my decision.
Performance check for the music going on?
Yeah.
I would be happy to. So it is the Bugbear Chief, Morta, who is currently playing the drums. She is not proficient in performance, unsurprisingly.
Oh, it's the chief. Okay.
You know what? Actually, she might be. I take that back. She is proficient in that.
I feel like she is.
Yeah. And she's drinking, so she gets advantage on her performance check, I believe. I think that's how it goes, right? Yeah. So she has a 10.
Okay, it's not fresh enough that I would boogie towards the camp, so I kind of stay back. But I'm also a little bit concerned about Braz, because Braz serves me the best beer, the only beer in town. So I'm going to get within 30 feet, actually.
Ooh, okay. And what about you, Blarsh?
Yeah, I'm at 30 feet too.
Okay.
I'm trying not to just bust in there and start like hammering people, so I'm very eager to do that, but I'm trying very hard to hold back just in case my tendency to be violent is not necessarily the most positive choice.
So Canuck, you're going like all the way to this tree. Like you're getting real close.
I'm a little concerned about the bartender.
I'm right behind him.
All right. So Glarsh, Canuck is there. Glarsh is nearby. Serena is up the hill.
I start to come down.
Right. And Braz, you walk right up to the group of marauders who just attacked your town, raided it, took everything that they wanted, and captured the cleric. And one of them spots you. One of the goblins and stops his dancing.
No!
Look! It's a person!
In common or goblin?
No, in goblin. I'm translating.
Yeah, okay, of course. and I say, of course. And in perfect goblin, or as perfect goblin as I know it, right?
The music comes to a stop as everybody in camp looks at you.
And I say,
you've clearly taken them by surprise.
Yeah.
They're all kind of dumbfounded that you've just walked into their camp. And there's this like group looking around at each other like, what? There's a human over there.
Yeah.
I shake the tumbleweed loose from my left leg.
Yeah. And I say in goblin, I am why it was so easy to take this stuff.
Huh?
And I obviously lying to them, right? And I say, well, yeah, I was your spy this whole time, helping you. But and I'm giving them a very like judgy eye, like this party is. I mean, it's okay. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about that. That's rude of me. I shouldn't comment on things like that. It's just that, I mean, and I like point up to the watchtower. I'm like, it's just that, I mean, and I just do like one of the, like, so convince them that I actually did help them and no one knew, and two, get them to be like, start questioning about maybe that, like, what are you talking about, that party's better than this one?
Okay, so there's a lot of confused looks.
Yeah.
And finally, the bugbear.
Trying to fast talk him.
And she says, "Party? What other party? And what spy? I don't remember hiring a spy."
And I point to the ogre and say that, they did it. They were trying to help you.
She looks back at the ogre.
Thinking that the ogre would never remember anything like that. So
Right. She starts jabbering at the ogre, who actually hasn't noticed you and is continuing to dance by himself.
Of course.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Doing the John Travolta dance. It's just doing the John Travolta dance. Just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The bugbear turns back to you because give me a persuasion check here, or
absolutely.
A deception check. That's what we're looking for.
You got this, Braz.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I can do that. That's
Do it. You got it.
totally.
Come on.
Okay. Oh, can I argue for advantage because they're drunk?
I was going to say the advantage would be canceled out by the disadvantage because you very clearly were not hired by any of these people. And
okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Let me make
fair. Very fair.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh no! God damn.
All right, that's why I wanted advantage. That's why I wanted advantage. Oh no. Okay. Well, that doesn't work at all.
Morta kind of looks at you, takes a step towards the tent, and then steps back towards you with her big-ass morning star in hand and says, "Get him! Add him to the bounty!" And now you guys are in combat against the entire army.
Oh my god.
Oh, please roll initiative.
Oh, come on. My best laid plans of Dyson men. All right. Let me make my initiative. Nailed it, everyone. I crushed it.
I forgot to click on myself.
It was very convincing at first.
It was close, man. It was real close.
Luckily, Canuck is down. He knows what's going on.
Oh my god.
V, you're going to want to click your token and click in the upper left-hand corner. There's a 00 - initiative. That'll put you in the initiative order.
Well.
Come on, V.
Yeah. Anything, really. Oh, V rolled a 20. She just forgot to click on her person.
Oh, perfect. Then we will manually...
Can I have my first roll? Because my second one was a 3.
Oh, it's okay. She re-rolled hers. We'll just keep these. This is perfect.
Okay.
So
All right, Serena.
And the first goblin is a little bit tipsy. So it climbs into this wheelbarrow over here and then tries to jump onto Braz. I'm going to say the attack from above is going to cancel out the clearly drunken nature of this goblin for an advantage, disadvantage, clean cut as the goblin leaps onto Braz with an 8 to hit.
That's not enough.
It really isn't. Serena, you're up on the mountainside.
I go ahead and shoot down with my longbow.
All right. Against who, please?
Let's see. The one
gotta-
closest. Huh?
All right, yeah, you hit that goblin square in the back. Roll me some damage.
For 5 damage.
All right. The goblin squeals in pain. Canuck.
I'm assuming that this one is the hobgoblin?
Bugbear, but yeah.
Bugbear, sorry. I charge out of the trees directly at her, and as I'm charging, say, "You took the stocks for fall!" And I swing with my giant axe and see what I can do. Here we go. I'm actually, yeah, no, I mean, I think Canuck is probably as drunk as I am, so he's just gonna attack straight out with the full great weapon fighing.
Oh, you're going like maximum damage, minimum
Yeah.
chance to hit here. Okay, I'll just open up my book for a quick moment of reference.
Oh, I mean that hits. You don't need to worry about that. I'll just roll my damage.
The bugbear is not wearing its shield. It's just got the chain shirt on, so its AC is 15. So your axe gives a swing and a miss.
Do I get advantage because she hasn't moved yet? She doesn't expect a giant lumberjack to come out of the woods?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. You've got
Yes!
surprise. She's not expecting you to charge from this tree.
All right, so I think 16 because that's advantage,
hit.
right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. That's 19 points of damage.
Yes.
Yeah, you're using a two-handed axe, and you've got the Great Weapon Fighter and the Great Weapon Master feat, so that's a bunch of damage.
I bury it straight into her shoulder, kind of crushing through the armor and cleave that shoulder a little bit. And I look in her eyes, and she knows that beer is very important to me.
Braz, it is your
And the kids.
turn.
And the kids.
Yes.
So, and the kids.
And the children, right.
And the children, yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to basically the goblin that tried to drunkenly hit me. I basically put my boot into his face to kick him away, and I'm using my bonus action disengage, so I don't provoke attack of opportunities as I go try to help Canuck and use my attack action to punch the captain, being like, "You should have believed me," and I shank him right in the ribs, or at least that's what I hope my dice say that I do.
What do they actually say? Ooh,
Yeah,
Hey!
dang.
They say you might be right, and that should be a sneak attack because it's a melee with the
Yep.
person, so that's
Yep.
6 damage total.
All right. And you already used your bonus action to disengage.
Yes.
So you know you do not get a bonus action here for
Correct.
offhand.
Yeah, that was to not gonna attack.
I feel like Braz and I have probably done this multiple times with a lot of drunk patrons. I'm kind of also the bouncer in the bar.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. The first goblin picks up a burning log instead of its scimitar, which is nearby somewhere, and comes over to smash Canuck with it. Same attack bonus. 18 is a hit.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah,
Rude.
that definitely hits me.
All right, you're gonna take 1 point of damage as the
All
burning
right.
log like
Nice.
smashes into your shoulder.
All right, 1 point.
The next goblin grabs her scimitar and moves to the close, critically hitting you, Canuck, for 6 points of damage.
Why all the hate?
And you know what? They're everywhere. These goblins are swarming, so this one's gonna try and walk around,
What?
but it's gonna take all of its action to walk around. Can't even quite make it. The next goblin hops up on these barrels, looks at the two of you, looks at the four of you actually, does like a little wobble here, and then
How am I seen? I'm behind a tree still.
it's double vision
God damn it.
on the.
Goddamn double vision.
It takes a slash at Braz, which misses.
That's also not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Morta comes around now, finally stabilizing herself from this giant axe blow in the chest, raises her Morning Star, and brings it down on Canuck to start with a 24 to hit.
What?
Crashing into Canuck for 14 points of damage.
Canuck, run! Run, dude, run!
Guys, I will be dead very
No!
soon. I have 3 hit points left.
Taking its second attack against you, which is a miss.
All right, so I managed to bring up my great axe and knock it away. Can I just like look at her and give her the lumberjack stare as an intimidation to be like,
Give me your best
like
lumberjack
the
stare.
Care Bear
this is it. As
The
blood
beaker.
is kissing.
You just look like Beaker.
Hey, don't discount the beaker.
I liked it. It's good.
All right, let's see about the bugbear. It's
I'll
going
make an
to
intimidation. Terrible. I mean, I would say it's an advantage because it looks so great, but
maybe. I think the fact that you just got smashed in the face with the Morning Star kind of,
there's
she's
probably
not too
like
fussed by this.
probably arterial blood spraying out of me.
Do we have anyone who can heal on our team even?
No, your cleric has been kidnapped by these people.
I am a lumberjack and I'm not okay.
Nobody bandage or anything?
I don't think I,
I mean,
have
I
any.
imagine I should be able to at least bandage, being one with like.
Yeah, you
have
could stabilize people.
Okay.
If it comes to that,
Okay.
if you survive long enough to stabilize people, the
Neil!
next comes up and attacks Braz and hits him for 7. 15 hits you, right, Braz?
Yeah.
It's
that
got
does.
disadvantage.
Okay. 7.
Slashes you for 7. The ogre needs a perception check to see if it realizes there's a battle going on.
No.
He's gonna fail it though. He's
Tell
definitely
him to
gonna
fail.
fail.
Make him fail.
13 is a pass.
No. No.
Oh.
Yeah, 13's a pass. It sees
Neil,
what's
this is
up.
for the kids. Need I remind you?
Well, I'm sorry, it's for the children, but you guys just walked into the whole horde of
I don't
monsters.
know
and
whose
fought them
idea
back.
this was, Eric.
So
Yeah, whose plan was this? who's the smart aleck that got us into this mess?
All right, I'm gonna say the ogre can pick up one of these logs and kind of treat it as a javelin and just hurl it over the goblins towards Braz.
Could I have cover because of goblins for this range attack?
And the bugbear, definitely.
Yeah,
The
there's a-
bugbear will give you cover, but the goblins are short.
That's fine. I'm
and
just
the
asking
ogre's
asking
tall.
for +2. You know,
I get,
soft
yeah,
cover.
I'll give you, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
matter.
Doesn't.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
This is so bad.
That's 9 bludgeoning damage against you, Braz.
Okay.
So that's what, 16 total?
Yeah.
We should have
that's
stayed
fine.
home.
That's,
I cut
that's
trees
okay.
for a living.
All right, Marsh, it's your turn.
It's me, Glarsh. I rolled a 3. Now it's my turn. I am going to run into the crowd of goblins / bugbear, screaming, Glarsh! And attack
Excellent.
them with my warhammer.
Please tell me who you're attacking.
Brett.
I'm gonna attack was the bugbear the one that was doing all the intense damage? I feel like let's
Yeah.
attack the bugbear.
Can you get to the bugbear with 30 feet of movement?
Finish off that goblin on the wagon, that son of a bitch. He needs to go.
5, 10. Can I go diagonally?
Totally.
Yep, 5, 10, 15, 20, no problem. I'm like right on top of Canuck. Where can I go? Should I just like put myself on top
you
of
can
one of them?
squeeze in his square, which gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and other people advantage to hit you, but you can't occupy the same square together.
Well, if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, I can actually go on the other side. I like, so
Hold
I
on, hold
run
on.
You
down.
can't walk through monsters' square.
No, they don't like
Neil,
their
Neil,
Taking it back.
here's the thing: is that you don't know about me and Glarch is that we have actually, on occasion, when we've been very bored in the woods, practiced a circus routine that we were planning to bring into the town because we need to make more money. Lumberjacking is not very profitable. We were going to do a routine where she goes on my shoulders and I turn her into a puppet that I do the voice for, and it's this whole thing. It's very complicated.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like on his shoulder. I'm like, and I'm
it's one of those Mario Rabbids situations.
Like
you
a fake
just
string.
Use someone to kick up and jump
over.
I am so on board with this. What check do you think that requires to do in the heat of combat, and who gets to make that roll?
Hold on, let me check what my highest points are.
It's
I would.
It's athletics. I have a 5 for athletics. I have a 5 for athletics.
It definitely is. I just stand stoically and beautifully, but she is the one.
Yeah. Oh, it's athletics.
Yeah. You're just balance. Yeah, you're just the gymnast equipment, right?
Yeah.
How's it go? How's it go?
I build things. I'm a smith, but I also am an acrobatic genius. So I run down and I go, Glarch! And then I flip. I flip forward, and when I flip, I jump and I land on his shoulders, and then I swing at the bugbear.
Like mid-air, like as you're doing the somersault. Yeah.
Exactly. Wonderful. You strike the bugbear with a 14 and miss. Next goblin's turn.
God damn it.
No!
Okay.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I was waiting so long for you guys to.
It's okay, but now you are like there, right?
No, she can stay on his shoulders. It's an acrobatics.
I'm gonna stay there.
Oh, you didn't jump over him. Okay.
Brent, this is a recurring theme with us, where we're always on one person's shoulders or the other.
Yeah. The next goblin moves on to the cart again after its embarrassing miss, and tries to skewer Braz with its scimitar with another 21. And I think Braz goes down.
Yeah, I totally go down. I'm 0. I'm at 0.
Serena.
And I say, in my breath as I pass out, and I say, the barrels, and as I go down. They're full of alcohol, or it explodes.
Serena.
I play enough video games, no, that's true.
Beer is not flammable.
Damn it, video games.
Serena.
So which one, the one that's kind of to the left and up, is he already damaged or no?
Yeah, can you see
that one?
bars coming through?
I see that. Okay, I shoot my bow at him.
Okay.
I'm like,
Ah.
oh wait, I put the wrong one. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong one.
Yeah, please roll the other one.
There we go.
11. That is a beautiful miss as your arrow sails well over its head and just kind
Does
of.
that mean it hits another one then, since it's so?
Give me a second attack roll. Maybe you hit the guy behind it.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Roll me some damage.
Well done.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't I supposed to get like 25? Isn't that like?
No, it's got to be a natural 20 in 5th edition to crit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, I'm sorry. Excellent. Canuck, it's your turn. You have someone on your shoulders.
Yeah, I feel like the better part of Valor here would be to run away, since I only have 3 hit points left.
I can jump off and you can run away.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to let you. I'm just going to let you fall and
fall off. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry me.
No.
Okay.
The lumberjack realizes he's definitely only a lumberjack and not a hero. I'm gonna disengage. Oh my god, we are fucked. I don't know what to do.
Him? If he disengages, can I take the opportunity hit for him so he doesn't have to and he can run away because I'm on his shoulders and I'm basically jumping down into his position when he's running away?
You know what? Hold on. Sorry, I'm going to overwrite this. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw. This is a morale check for me. God damn it. Okay, so...
Wait, do you get advantage because I'm on your shoulders and near your head so I can give you brain help?
Children?
No. Even the children can't save me.
Okay.
With him, with Glarch on my shoulders, I disengage and run into the trees where I know where I'm safe and I feel this is my world. I'm safe here. He's in He's in denial, okay? He's in
All
a
right.
little bit of denial right now.
Sure. Glarsh, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
to avoid being clotheslined by one of the branches when Canuck runs out of the tree. You fall flat on your back as a branch hits you, and you're just prone on the ground.
This is going so poorly.
I have a lot of regrets. I have a lot of regrets about how we...
Such a fucking circus. All right, well, I just got clotheslined by a branch, and now I'm on
Nailed it.
Braz, would you please make me a death saving throw?
Oh yeah, I mean, why not, right?
You could roll a 20. It could happen.
Oh, hey, but hey, that's one in the life category.
Yeah. The next goblin goes. This is the one with the log. Comes over to Glarsh and tries to beat on Glarsh. The drunkenness is canceled out by the advantage for you being prone, so it's just a regular roll to hit, which is a miss.
Nice. Get away from me.
The next goblin is going to come up over here near Glarsh and make an attack again. No disadvantage. 16 to hit.
Oh.
7 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Next goblin.
Oh, wait, my
This is
armor
against
class-
Glarsh.
My AC is 17.
Ooh,
Oh.
well done. It misses.
Oh,
you.
gosh. All right.
Get out of
Congratulations.
here. I'm Glarch. Get away from me.
The next
Laying
goblin
down.
comes over to you and scimitars you as well with
No.
a miss because you have high AC even when you're on the
Yes.
ground.
Get away. I'm laying down and you can't. I'm like this.
The next goblin begins to rummage through Braz's possessions.
Jeff Goldblum on a rug pose. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead and try, goblins. I'll just lie here.
All right.
The bugbear chief is going to go, over to Canuck and multiple Morningstar attack you for a 24 to hit for 6 points of damage.
I'm
Turn
down.
around and
I'm down. I'm gone.
with a 20 to hit for 10 points of damage.
These poor kids.
Okay. Hold on. So I'm annihilated. I look back in the direction of Serena with a last look of desperation, and I say, "You should have kept us going north." And I pass out from severe blood loss and arterial spray. I am I'm minus 10 or something like that right now.
Oh
I'm
my
out.
god.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The next goblin goes over. Oh, I'm sorry. The other 10 to Glarsh from the bugbear. The next goblin, no disadvantage. 14 is a miss. And finally, the ogre goes over, picks up its log, and lumbers a little bit closer. I guess it's got to squeeze to get in with this square. Maybe it just like shoves the goblin out of the way. Get off of him! And is going to just great club Glarsh on the ground.
Okay, so anyone who's watching right now, I want to point out that Neil hates children.
16 damage?
Yeah, for 16
God
points of
damn it.
damage. Glarsh, it's your turn. You've just been clotheslined, then surrounded and beaten on with every available weapon.
Brent, roleplay the fuck out of this situation. Roleplay it like you've never roleplayed before.
Do it for the kids.
I have 2 weapons, so here we go. All right. Oh my god, this is such a nightmare. This ogre. So the ogre is the only one who hits me. So all of these things miss, and I'm like,
No. The Morningstar from the chieftain hit you. You've taken 26 points.
No, you're right. I'm down to 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. I have my warhammer. Hold on. Let me just think for a second. I need to find a way to get advantage on this shit.
Take a sip of your lonely wine. It'll help.
Yeah. Who's Braz? You're over by the ogre, right?
Braz is
You're like down, right?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Everyone's down. Okay, but your body is still there. So
Oh yeah, my body is still there.
Serena's the only smart person who basically did not engage and could survive this situation.
I stand up and I look at all of these monsters that have tried to hurt me.
Yeah.
And I do this to them. And I go, Glitch! And then I run. I sprint 10 feet into the ogre, which gives me dash advantage, charger advantage, 10 feet a straight line, and I attack the ogre.
Hold on. You don't disengage. Everyone gets an attack of opportunity against you.
No, don't say that. That's not how this game works.
Let's just see how these work.
Neil, have some compassion.
11, 8. Hold on, these guys are all missing. You're probably fine.
God damn it.
14's a miss. 6 is a miss. 11's a miss. They all miss you with their opportunities.
Yes,
Yes!
Marsh.
Large! And then I run at the ogre and I attack him with advantage, with +5, with my warhammer.
All right, do it.
I told you this game. If Chris rolls poorly, I roll poorly.
It's true.
You have AC 11. You hit. It's cool. They have AC 11. You hit it.
Ah!
And I get +5 damage.
Yes, you do. So we'll just add it to whatever you roll.
Oh, the dream. Oh, I clicked the Warhammer. We got it.
I got it.
The other Warhammer button in
In chat.
dialogue. Yeah.
Wait, click the one in chat, you're saying?
In the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
click the
after you
actual
roll.
Oh,
word
I see what you're
Warhammer.
saying. Oh, okay, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah, 7.
7 and 5 is 12. Very nice.
Is it dead yet? Please,
No,
come on.
it's definitely not dead. It's actually quite okay.
Come on!
He's probably stronger now.
Yeah. I think the next goblin is just going to move around and
I
attack.
have nothing to heal my friends with. This is bullshit.
Serena, it's your turn.
So
This is
I
pretty
have a
evident why
question.
we need
While
a
all
healer.
this stuff is going on,
Uh-huh.
could I have like set up the tinderbox and things and clothes and just like kind of like thrown it down and then light
You
it
can
with
do
it?
that as an action on your turn. What are you doing here? You want to set something on fire?
I want to set the camp on fire.
Yes.
What
please.
in the camp do you want to set on fire?
I'm throwing it all, so I'm not going near the camp.
But like you what? Like
I
there's
wanna
a couple
set-
of tents. There's some trees.
I want to set the tent, the trees and the tents that are near. all
Okay,
of
well,
this.
for the first round, just pick one target to throw flaming things at.
This tent.
What?
that's
The
closest.
one that we're right next to.
Beautiful. Give me any check you want that makes sense to see if you can set it on fire. Whatever you think might make sense.
Survive.
It could be an attack roll. It could be a skill check. It could be.
Stealth?
How's your survival?
My survival's a 4.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Make a
Okay.
survival check.
Alright.
Excellent.
Yay!
Burn me! Burn me!
I'm dragging you guys away.
You make a makeshift incendiary device and toss it onto the tent for your turn. Canuck, please give me a death saving throw.
Oh
Wait,
my
does it
God.
set it on fire?
Yes, the tent begins
Okay.
to burn.
You have 3 of them, so just hopefully.
Neil, where do I click that on this sheet exactly?
It should be
So
in
if
the center of
you-
the sheet.
Yeah, if you look at the center and look at like, so you know where it says armor class, initiative, speed?
Yeah,
Look down to hit dice and then to the right,
yeah.
there's death saves.
Click the text that says death saves.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very fancy.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Braz, give me your second death saving throw.
It's only your
Fine.
first one. It's okay. I'll.
Oh, so close!
Yay!
So close!
Fantastic. The next goblin goes over and attacks Glarsh, misses.
Get out of here.
The next goblin is gonna come around and attack Glarsh.
Go away.
Is a 16 a hit?
No. My armor
right.
class is god tier. Get out of here.
The next goblin can't get to you because somehow you're in the ogre's square. So it just moves closer.
Okay.
Same thing with the next goblin and the bugbear. They all come and kind of circle around the ogre. This goblin can't do anything either. The ogre gets a turn.
No.
And drunkenly tries to swipe at you underneath its legs somewhere. ends up just like hitting his own toe with his club, which is a log, and hops around on one foot going, ah! Ah! It's your turn, Glarsh.
I think that means he'd probably take damage from his own weapon.
What? You're right. I'm going to do the damage. I'm going to say D6 damage for hitting your toe with a great club.
Yes.
Do you whack his toe off?
Ah, so that's the trick of
It's
this
like
encounter.
broken and bloody, and it's like bone sticking out. Yeah.
All right. So all we need Serena and Glarsh to do is run around until they hit themselves in the toes until they collapse.
Yes.
Glarsh, you can't move through all of these goblins. They're blocking your path. You're totally surrounded.
What do you mean I can't move at all? I can't run through them?
You're like in the ogre square and surrounded by goblins and bugs.
But it's on fire.
Yeah, the fire doesn't do anything. It doesn't set them on fire.
Well, it's 6-second rounds. This tent is starting to burn. Let's draw some.
Can I go to my left and pick up Braz and then run away with him?
Well, I think the problem is that how are you going to get through the monster squares?
Dive under the cart.
Just push
do
him
in
into
movies.
the fire.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I
follow
can
the
tell, I'm
cart.
like at the feet of the ogre, and I can basically, like, the ogre's hitting himself in the leg. So I'm like, ugh, and I like dodge the ogre and grab Braz and jump into the cart and then like, run away.
That's just science,
I mean,
Neil.
he's very acrobatic, so.
I am
Yeah,
extremely acrobatic. I really don't see why this wouldn't be possible.
We definitely should.
There's definitely a cart. Definitely go under that cart.
Yeah, you can go through the cart, but let's make opportunity attacks for everything adjacent to you.
Okay.
15 is a miss. These are all at disadvantage. 13 is a miss. 6 is a miss. 11 is a miss. 7 is a miss.
Damn.
And 14 is a miss. You can just walk through these enemies with impunity. You have
Only God can judge me.
You have grabbed Braz and you are dragging him away.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know how you're doing this.
This is like rain on your wedding day, am I right?
I know. This is
It has overwhelming power. It's like, you know, when a mom sees her child getting hurt, she gets all superhero. Like, this is...
the blacksmith is like, I need that business.
This is my customer base. Lonely alcoholics and the people who love them.
Mara calls out in Goblin, "Get them!" And the goblins come charging after you, Glarsh. The first one making a scimitar attack against you, a 7, and then Serena's turn.
Whew.
I shoot.
Finish up at a leader. Come on.
I shoot at the leader then.
All right, make me roll to hit, please.
At the bug.
Your arrow embeds itself in the chainmail, doing no damage. Canuck, death saving throw, please, buddy. I believe in you.
You can do it.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
I'm dreaming in my death state. I'm dreaming of that pumpkin spice, realizing that we made a huge mistake not waiting for it.
We did. I feel like that would have been like our life-saving potion.
I think so.
The goblins come chasing after you with a 17 to hit. It finally gets you, Glarsh.
No.
It finally gets you and deals 8 points of damage, bringing you to 0.
Uh-oh, guys, I'm dead.
And you know what? I'm gonna call it. You guys lose. You guys lose. We're gonna go to break.
Hi!
And when we come back from break, we're gonna start this campaign over. And we're gonna try it again.
Hey, I survived!
We're gonna save Scummit. All right.
I survived!
Come on!
You survive, Serena, but you don't win. You
I know what I can do.
They can always take us captive.
What did we learn, everybody? What did we learn?
Don't listen to Eric is what I learned.
Yeah,
So,
that's a great advice.
I really like to run campaigns in the Run Lola Run style, if you've seen the film, where you kind of play through it, and then start over from the beginning and play through it again, trying to you learn to maybe do things a little bit differently. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back on the other side of the break, and we're going to start from the ground up and we're gonna try this again for the
I would like to note that I stayed alive. Let a lesson.
Neil, I would also like to note that Serena should probably keep us going north until we just leave this continent entirely.
Yeah.
Then what about the kids, Curtis?
Yeah.
You know what? The kids should be pitching in right now. All right,
They're
pitch in,
sick.
kids.
They're
We're
sick,
inept.
man.
All right.
All right, take a
They'll be more effective than we are.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our game. We're starting all over, hopefully learning, using the things that we've learned to our advantage. So you guys are in the town of Coyote Springs in the kingdom of Mystria, which is ruled by Scoria, the red dragon, who's been ravaging the countryside for like hundreds of years. The kingdom's broke. There's not enough money to like protect the people. And just one thread of that much larger tapestry of a story is what's going on here in Coyote Springs. Morta and her bandits, Morta's marauders, these goblins and this ogre and this bugbear have been kind of like raiding the area around you. They came into your town today. They ransacked it. They stole your cleric. They took all of your booze. There's no booze left for Braz's bar. And they just kind of like generally made a mess of things. The four of you have bravely volunteered to go rescue the cleric, who apparently 3/4 of the party has a crush on. Her name is Asandra. She is a cleric of Martha, the goddess of life. This is a homebrew game world system, so don't worry about it. And so we start that night, as you guys can hear the drums coming from the canyon.
Canute kind of like crosses his arms and he says, maybe we should just take the loss here. I just have a bad feeling about, we're a small town.
No, we should definitely. I knocked some sense into our lumberjack friend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like
Right.
no. Like, what are you talking about? This town is everything. It might not be the best town in the world, but Coyote Springs is ours, and because of that, well, we gotta make sure it's okay, and we gotta make sure these kids are okay. And Assandra's really cute. You didn't hear that last part. What? I didn't say that. And, right? I think we should go.
I agree.
Right? We're all ready to go, right?
Save her.
All right. So, how are you guys going to go about this? Our ranger, the huntress, Serena, knows the lay of the land very well. She knows, I think all of you know about the old watchtower up on the hill, which is like a nice viewing point for all the couples. It's like the makeout point for everyone in town, I guess.
Let's just go make out, all of us. Let's just make out. That sounds good.
Maybe we shouldn't walk toward the music. I don't know.
So.
Whoa.
Let's go to the watchtower.
Deja vu. Whoa.
Yeah, right? It's weird. I feel like we've been here before, but I know we have not been here before.
I think we should go towards the watchtower as well.
Yeah. What's all along the watchtower?
To watch out for the Cylons. Okay.
Eric!
Takes you the better
It takes you exactly 33 minutes, right, Neil? To make the jump?
Yeah, it takes you about half an hour to approach this watchtower. It is a full moon out, so it's nice and bright. And when you guys get there, you can see as soon as I put your tokens on the map, which are coming momentarily. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see by the light of the full moon this pair of goblins hanging out up on the watchtower. And not only can you see them, you can hear them. You can hear them talking to each other. Eric, you speak a little bit of Goblin. And so you can hear one of them saying, "Blurp, why is it that we always have watch duty when everyone else parties?" And the other one says, "I don't know, Susu. I really think that Morta doesn't like us. But you know what? It's a clear view. There's no one around. It's kind of peaceful. Maybe this really is the better part, getting drunk and fighting with the ogre. Is that really what we want to do with our time?" And Blurp, Susu replies, "Oh, I don't know, Blurp, but the moon is full." And there's this long, awkward pause. Of course, everyone other than Eric is just hearing "Arky barky, barky barky."
Doesn't matter, Canuck. He just yells, "Kill them all!"
I was just waiting for Blurp to go. So what bands are you into?
Canuck, you yell, "Kill them all," and start running in.
Yeah, I just charge straight in. I feel like I've had a failure of a past life that I'm making up for, and I'm just gonna charge right to those front doors.
Attack the watchtower.
Yeah,
bring it down.
Why don't we roll initiative?
No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you want to do.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's a little loud. Sorry.
It's okay.
So everybody, roll initiative.
Yep.
I feel good about
We
this.
have where are our tokens? I think
they're
they're
in
the
the
bottom.
left side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had the thing covering it. Thank you. That was my problem. Nice.
Canuck feels like he has a lot to make up for. He doesn't understand why, but he's wasted his life cutting down trees. He should be cutting down goblins with this giant great axe, and he's just going in.
Beautiful. V, next time click your token and do that. But you
Sorry,
roll
there you go.
initiative. We'll take the new one anyway then. Wow, you guys all go before the goblins, who are completely caught off guard. Braz,
Nice.
you're first.
Right. So the first thing I want to see in this moonlight is, do the goblins have some sort of alarm system set up? Like, do they have a horn? Do they have something like that, on them?
They're currently surprised, and they're kind of
Right.
what? So they haven't acted to grab anything. You don't see anything hanging around, but it would be very easy for them to have a horn that's just out of sight because of the angle.
Right. So I'm going to prepare my action on the condition that if I see something raise up something to call an alarm, whether it's a bell, whether it's a trumpet or something like that, I'm readying a dagger in my hand to throw it to hit it out of their hands.
Okay, what's the range of your dagger?
20 feet. So I guess I'm going to move into position and then do that as my action.
Wonderful.
Prepare for a reaction. All right.
Sure. Yeah. It'll
Or
be
30
your
feet. I'm
reaction.
sorry. Yeah. Let's see how close I can get to that.
The watchtower's
I'm kind of
also,
6 squares, right? So I feel like, oh boy.
Squares.
Oh, I might have to do it with disadvantage for a ranged throw, but that's fine. Okay, I'll just go into this bush right here. That's 6 squares for me.
Perfect. Glarsh.
Yes. I am going to run in and see. Yeah, I just want to attack like the first one that's on there.
All right. Can you make it to the tower? It looks like you could probably climb the tower on your turn, but
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I go that far?
you can go 30 and make an action, or you can dash and go 60.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll dash and go 30. That's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 55! Boom!
Yeah, but you gotta climb the ladder too, so...
Oh, it counts.
That's
Okay.
about 55. It's more than... You're on the ladder. You'll end your turn halfway up the ladder.
So I'll be like right over Canuck.
Right, yeah.
Lars, get off the ladder!
Basically jumping on Canuck's shoulders again.
As we've established, Canuck and Glarsh are acrobats, so I don't think there's a problem for Canuck to climb the ladder over Glarsh.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
We've practiced this many times.
Yeah, we practiced all of the acrobatics forever.
Lars and Canuck have had a lot of acrobatics in their time alone together in the woods.
A lot of training.
All right. Canuck is going to climb over Glarsh, as he has many times before, and just gonna basically slaughter all of his enemies.
All right. Do it.
I'm gonna do a regular one because, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it this time.
All right.
I should have risked it. I should have risked it.
Should have risked it. You hit the goblin.
All right, here we go. I don't think he's gonna survive.
It just falls off the edge of the watchtower, tumbles down the hill with a slide.
I actually chop his head off. As it flows up in the air, I do a bicycle soccer kick and kick it off into the woods, just so they know what the fuck is coming for them.
The head rolls down and lands in Coyote Creek somewhere. Serena.
I come a little bit closer, and then I take out my bow and I shoot towards one of them.
Give me a roll to hit. There's only one left.
You got this, Serena. You got this.
You better get this.
We need a victory.
15 is going to hit. That's exactly the roll you needed.
Oh, well done.
Damage to kill
Yes.
the goblin.
Yeah.
I shoot it right through his skull.
All right, the goblins are dead. They didn't even get a turn to act, and sure enough, Canuck, once you're up there, you look around, and there is a horde, a nice big loud horn that could be heard from miles around. And you're pretty sure had the goblins had a turn, they would have blown that horn.
You are tempting me to blow that horn.
Don't do it.
Canuck is not the smartest person, but he will not do it. He will not do it.
Yeah.
So I look down. So Glarch is right at the bottom of the stairs. Hey, there's a really funkin' looking horn down here. Do you guys want to jam?
No. Don't want to.
All right.
No, we don't want to jam.
All right, cool.
From your viewpoint at the watchtower, as Canuck is up there, you see a glow, a warm orangish glow coming from a grove of trees down by the creek, the main fork of Coyote Creek.
We must proceed there with
No,
caution.
do we?
Hold on.
Something inside of me tells me that maybe in a past life I didn't want to proceed in that way.
So hold on. We've got a bit of time here, friends. I have my handy handsaw. Maybe we could lay some traps and lure them up here.
Oh, with the
That
horn.
might be the smartest thing I've ever said.
Look,
I think it is.
we could use the horn you found to lure them up here.
Mm-hmm.
As they are climbing up the hill, we throw down a giant log.
That sounds
Right.
ridiculous. I don't know how we would do that.
No, that's the rolling log, tumbling. Okay.
What
Wow.
if
I agree.
what if I climb down and we lured them in and then I just murdered them all one by one?
I'm feeling like I've seen this all play out before. I think we need to be smarter about this. And I'm not the smart one, so I'm going to say that I would cut down some trees. Maybe you could give me some direction. We could lay down a few pit traps or cheap tree traps or rolling a tree down the hill. That sounds pretty
we
interesting.
could do that.
We
And
should
Serena, you could snipe them.
Yes, we should set some traps, but then we could also funnel them into one spot. And like you said, with the tree, we could push that down on them.
Serena, is that something that you could handle? Is that something that, look, I can chop down the trees from there. I mean, the economy for me is just chop them down, send them off. I get paid a bit of gold. Beyond that, I don't know what else to do.
Alternate proposal. We blow the horn and then we run down to the camp while everyone's gone.
That sounds like something a person who runs a bar would say.
That's true.
I don't think that is the best idea. I like the trap idea and bringing them in, funneling them in.
Yeah.
And then
Let's funnel them in and destroy them.
All right. So,
I will stand up there when they come in with my bow.
That sounds good. Got a bit of height. You can see for a little bit further. Serena, I will chop down as many trees as you need. You direct us. We will figure out some kind of trap mechanism, and we will lure them here, and we will free our cleric, and she will come to my abode. We will have tea, possibly get married. Possibly. We'll see how this thing all goes down.
That's a lot of extensive planning.
It's always how it goes.
I'm always looking to the future. That's how I roll.
That's the Coyote Springs 1-2 punch. You know? Take him out for tea, take him to the watchtower, and then propose every time.
I could also put my tinder boxes down there, and we could set a fire when they come through as well.
I have some clothing we could burn. Not on me, extra.
I could burn my clothing. I'm fine being naked. I live in the woods. I'm totally fine with that.
That would be perfect.
It might just be the bartender and me talking, but why are we burning our clothes? I feel like I'm missing a key. There's a critical assumption being made that you all are sharing that I am not.
It is the annual fall clothes burning ceremony. We can honor our town while also killing goblins.
So that's what they mean by the hottest fashions. Got it.
So what is this plan? I'm a little confused.
It's very convoluted, you know.
Okay, we're gonna.
So we are cutting down trees and making a funnel for them to come in through.
And I thought we would set the logs on fire as they rolled toward the goblins.
Really minor point here. How are you funneling them?
With
we
the horn.
block the other areas with rocks and things.
Like you're gonna build a wall so there's only one entranceway for them to come up to.
I mean,
like,
there's there's an obvious path that leads up to this thing. Like they're not gonna go walk through woods and bramble. They're gonna take the path.
Well, of course, but
like
the path comes from town. You know, the path comes up this canyon and then like twisting up here.
Oh, there's no other path?
Yeah, well, why would there be a path down to the backside?
All right, so that makes perfect sense. We just trap the shit out of that main entrance of the tower, and we rain down holy hell.
There you go. See?
So I have no clue what the ultimate plan is. I just start chopping down trees in the region. I am going to use my handsaw and my water skin when I am feeling parched. I will take off my top. And I will chop down trees. This is basically a really bad Twilight fan fiction.
Shirtless montage.
What are
I am the Taylor Lautner of this story, and I just take up my top immediately and start chopping down trees.
All right, you lumberjack the trees.
I lumberjack the shit out of them.
And we set traps.
And what are these traps that you're setting with all the tools that you have on you?
Pit traps. Is there
I have Smith's tools. Can I like?
All right. Real talk here, ladies and gentlemen. These sort of traps would take hours to dig. Like a pit trap takes you like it's a freaking day's work. You know,
We team up
Ties
together,
them
all
both
four of
around the
us.
trees so
I mean-
that they trip over them, and
Honestly, guys, we could probably just chop down some trees and then like blow the horn and roll the logs at the goblins.
okay.
Maybe we light them on fire. That's all.
Okay,
we
I'm definitely down with that.
Burning
Yeah,
log.
and then
I
they
hand
can't climb up
hand
and
you
get
guys
us.
my
They have
tinder
to climb
boxes.
up one by one up the ladder. So if any of them even make it to the ladder, we'll murder them before they even get
And
up.
if they have ATST walkers, they're fucked.
There you go.
I
Let's chop
hand them
down
my
some trees,
tinder
light 'em on fire, and
boxes.
roll 'em down.
Oh god, we are the Ewoks.
I
We're gonna
hand them
Ewok
my-
the shit out of this.
I
Yeah.
hand them my tinder boxes, and I head up and to hide in a tree to shoot arrows at the enemies when they come.
Serena, that is a perfect idea. I will stand at the top of the trail and I will flex my muscles, even though actually I have an 18 strength. They're pretty sweet. And I take my top off.
all right.
Again. I put it back on and I take it back off
How
again.
many tops are you wearing?
I have two tops. I put the other one back on as I was chopping and I took it back off again.
His name's Canuck. He dresses in layers. He knows how to handle with this.
Okay.
Lots of flannel. Tons of
Yeah.
flannel. Tons of flannel.
All right.
So,
You chop down a bunch of trees. You set a couple of traps on the path. You get some things set with a lot of dry leaves and foliage. I mean, this is a very chaparral heavy area. Think like Southern California mountainous things. And then eventually, some hours later, it's time to blow the horn. Who's the horn blower in the party?
I feel like the bartender should probably they deal with people a lot.
I have a
They're-
name.
Well, yeah, but I call you the bartender.
Okay.
Also, I put my arm around Braz and I say, call them forth. Let us enact this plan together. You, Braz, and when we are done, not only will we be friends, but we will be partners in your business.
what? I just go, whoa! Like as he's blowing the horn, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and I'm just like,
"What?"
whatever. Yeah, I'm like, whatever, lumberjack, and I blow the horn. And because I'm so goblin wise, I know that the classic horn for intruders is 3 short blasts. And
Give
so
me your
that's
best
what I
horn
do.
blow.
That's what I do.
Can you make the sound, please?
Yeah.
It's a very high pitched squeal. It's a crappy horn.
Sounds
Okay.
like
Sorry,
a 90s
it's
dial-up
goblins.
modem.
Yeah. I should have done that. I should have had. Could you
Takes
imagine
them 10
a viewer
hours to
just turned into
download
a
a
stream right
music
now?
video.
Could you imagine a viewer just turned into this, being like, "Oh, what's this charity event for these kids?" Everyone's going.
All right. You blow the horn. The traps are set. The
games.
path is guarded. Now you wait.
The way is shut. Yeah.
Do we
And
get
wait.
attacks of opportunity when they come up?
Oh, of course we do, right,
And
Neil?
I would like. Who's in the tower? Are all of you in the tower?
No. I'm standing at the top of the path with my shirt off.
I'm
Right.
hiding in a
Yeah.
tree.
I'm on the
I'm
tower.
baiting them with my bod.
Excellent. Britt, you're in the tower. Please give me a perception check. Also, you don't have a ranged weapon, so I don't know why you're in the tower, but
How
that's
dare
great.
you? I don't know why I'm in here either. This is
Okay.
bad. My perception is -1, guys. This is
Yes, Britt, keep that streak going.
Oh, Jexel.
I'm ready to kill anyone who stands right in front of me.
All right.
Maybe
The
not
dream.
even then.
No.
Okay. I gotta make some rolls for the monsters here.
They're just whispering
Oh
in your ear.
my
and you
god,
Oh, this
it's
is
so
great.
bad.
This is great. I don't think I heard where Braz was.
I never said where I was.
Yeah,
I
where
imagine
you
I'm
hang out.
probably hiding out in some shrubbery or some foliage,
Well, Browse was
ready
blowing
to
the horn.
unleash hidden heck. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
so-
blow the horn and then I get into position.
So you did have to get up on the tower to get the horn.
Yeah, that was several hours ago.
I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Braz, you're crouching in some foliage when you feel kind of a slimy tap on your shoulder and something in Goblin saying, "Why did you blow the horn? What's going on?"
Like they avoided the trap.
You look around behind you.
Yeah.
And there are two goblins. And they both have wineskins in their hand, and they're both kind of like tipsy and reeling, and you're like crouched in this bush, so you're pretty well obscured.
Deceive like you've never deceived before.
Oh, like they haven't. Oh,
like,
they haven't heard it.
They think you're a goblin. They've come up and like they're kind of tapping on you, like, "Why did you blow the horn?"
But aren't I hiding? Did I say I was hiding in some foliage?
Yeah, you did. I
It just
made
didn't
a bunch
matter.
of rolls.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Blurp! Why are you blow the horn? What's going on?
Can I immediately take one of the goblins hostage?
You can give me an action. Take hostage is not an action by the book, so you're gonna have to give me some narrative here.
Yeah. So okay. Well, I want to see if it was possible in the position I was in. Yeah. So what I would like to see is that Braswood wants to take the hostage of one of the goblins and says, to the other one that's obviously I don't have in hand to be like, don't say anything or I kill your friend, right? Like keep us quiet because I've been discovered.
So give
apparently
me
they roll really well.
A grapple check at advantage because these guys think that you are Blurp
Now
and not Braz.
Can I do something better here? Because I feel like probably to get the person to grapple, I probably have to like hit them or attack them first. Right?
It's an athletics check opposed by their athletics check.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, sure. Let's do that then.
Yeah.
All right. So it has to be wait. Can I argue for it to be acrobatics?
Let me double check the rules, but I think it specifically says the attacker has to do athletics and the defender can choose between the two, but I could be getting that backwards. So give me 1 second to check the rule.
Okay. I feel like I'm doing like a quick finesse move, and that's why I wanted to describe it that way. But that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to like tie up any time being like a rules lawyer. So like,
I think we should all agree. I think we should agree that we should all take our tops off for advantage.
Tops off for advantage.
Agreed.
For the kids.
I take my top off. I'm just standing on the fucking top of the thing, and I'm like, yep.
Eric, it is either your athletics or your acrobatics contested by their athletics. I had it backwards.
Awesome. 17
well
for
done.
me.
Wow, that's fantastic. The goblin gets an 8. So you immediately grapple this goblin, and you can get like a knife around close enough to the front of it. The goblin freezes and kind of goes limp in your arms.
Yeah,
the other goblin blurrily looks at you and goes, "Blur?"
Yeah. I mean, I told you what I was saying to them, right? I was like, I look them dead in the eyes and be like, "Shut up! Don't say anything. Don't say anything, or we get it, or he gets it." In perfect, clear goblin. Very cold.
Are you jealous again, Blurp? Come on, you know you get watch duty because you can't sing. Why? It's like you don't even understand what we're doing around here. Just why'd you blow the? Leave him alone. Leave Snuggles alone.
All right. First of all, I can sing. I can show you the world. No, okay. No, I'm hoping that perhaps that this conversation is getting other people aware of this going right. Like especially our party, right?
I think it's about time that the rest of the party overheard this conversation.
Yeah,
but
that's
also,
what I'm hoping.
This other goblin has realized you're not a goblin.
Yeah.
And everything is kind of realization is hitting all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to our lookout tower map, and we're gonna roll initiative because, let's see.
Can I just, because I had my shirt off, appear shirtless behind the second goblin who's not being held and chop his head off?
God, I would really, really love that, but I feel like I got to be true to the game here. You're over by the path, and the goblins came up not the path. Like, they didn't go around through the town and walk up the nice clear-cut path. They just
Fair enough.
Out of the mountain. Sorry about that.
Fair
So
enough.
this is more or less what it looks like as we clear our rolls and roll initiative for the second time this session.
Oh my
Because this is
god.
only the second time.
Braz. Wait, why is
That's
mine
really what I
showing
should
up?
have done. The goblins use air horns. Of course they use air
Oh
horns.
my god.
If it didn't show up, you didn't click your token. Click your token. Roll it again.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, there we
It's
go.
fine.
Ugh.
Beautiful. Here we go, guys. This is lovely. Braz, you've got this one guy grappled.
Yep.
So you go first.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak attack this guy. I presume I'm eligible to sneak attack someone who I've grappled, my hostage, right?
Definitely. He's a drunk goblin, and you have advantage. Go for it.
That is a 3.5 coup de grace.
I mean, now I don't want to take advantage.
It's a little D&D humor.
Well, advantage gives you sneak attack if no one else is adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 points of damage.
Didn't even matter. The goblin in your hands dies.
Awesome. So what it looks like is I'm going to slice his throat, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to move to shank the other goblin with my dagger, on my offhand.
Please roll me a roll hit.
Because this is happening so fast, can I argue for advantage here?
No, I think we move into combat because the goblin realizes what's going on.
Okay, so they're not considered like
grappled. This one, I'm gonna say
because they haven't moved yet. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
He
Okay.
probably also senses my pectoral muscles, and he just knows something's going down.
All right, no, that's actually important for me to know, because actually what I'm going to do is I slice them down. Oh, actually, no, I already said it. So I'm gonna go there. And I'm just gonna stab him with my dagger. That's fine.
Please roll the hit.
10.
That is a miss. The goblin is wobbly, but your dagger does not hit it. Serena, you hear this commotion, and you can look back and just barely make out in the darkness the goblin, its head just over the crest of the hill that Braz is fighting.
Okay, can I, if I shoot at it, do I take disadvantage?
If you get a little bit closer, it won't have any cover. But if you're going to be this far away, it's going to have cover against you.
If I'm in a tree, so...
were you in a tree or a bush? You said tree, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you're actually in the tree. Never mind. You got a clear shot.
Okay.
All right, you got this.
I draw my bow. And
you know what? Make me a second attack roll to see if you hit Braz. That's a natural one.
Oh,
13 to hit against Braz is a miss. It lands in Braz's leather armor with the tip of it just barely poking the small of his back.
Nice.
Canuck.
I mean, it's pretty far away at this point, Neil. I don't think that Canuck can actually see what's going on. He hears it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he actually aware of what's going on? He's pretty dumb.
I think the sound of a goblin dying and kind of like falling down the hill attracts your attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. He charges forward, crashing through the trees, chopping off branches where he can just to be intimidating. Also deflects his pectoral muscles, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I get right up to him. I spend my whole round moving.
Ooh.
And as I charge through the woods, I flex my pectoral muscles. I'm definitely glistening, definitely sweating. I'm going to try to make a intimidation check.
Engaging the core.
I'm engaging the core. I do kind of a quick squat as I bring my axe up over my head. I can't attack this round, but I can attack with my glisten.
Okay, give me a glisten roll.
I will do a glisten roll. Is that intimidation?
Yeah, it's going to be intimidation. Probably with advantage because of the moonlight coming off of your skin.
It's very sweaty. 16.
Versus it's, I'm just going to say wisdom here. Yeah. The goblin stumbles backwards, eyes wide, as the shirtless Canuck stands over it with his two-handed axe.
Yeah, I definitely I feel like he saw the pecs, but he saw the dad bod in the belly and just like he could not handle the dad bod. He couldn't do it.
Right. The goblin is going to move, dash for its action, and dash for its bonus action. It is going to run down the hill as fast as possible. It'll need to make a dex check to not trip and fall because it's drunk and running down a hill, but also it provokes attacks of opportunity from Braz and Canuck.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, that sounds about good. I will.
What about from me since I was in a tree?
No, you don't provoke opportunity attacks because you're not adjacent. You both miss.
Braz, we failed. We've done this so many times before. We've thrown so many people out of the bar.
I got distracted by a glistening chest.
Dex check. 13. 8, I guess, is a drunk goblin. Yeah, a drunk goblin falls down the hill. Someone roll me, Serena. roll me a d6 for how much damage the goblin takes as it tumbles down the hill.
Serena.
3.
Nicely done.
All right.
The goblin just kind of like falls and rolls. Glarsh, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna get off of this tower. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Brett, you know that we're in close range. We could roll some good dice together. Let's do it.
I know, yeah. Well, where are the rest? Oh, he ran away. Okay.
He rolled down the hill.
Yeah, he rolled away. He's the only one. There's nobody else right now.
It's just that one, and he's getting away.
I can't. I don't think I have anything that I can chase him
Just
with.
throw whatever weapon
Can I
you
roll?
have.
Can I throw my dagger? Can I throw my
Yeah.
warhammer at
Yeah,
him?
you could throw your dagger at him, or you could try and Princess Bride down the hill with him.
Oh, I'm gonna Princess Bride the fuck down there, and then I'm gonna warhammer his ass. Uh-huh.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm gonna roll down the hill at him,
Okay.
and then stab him. When I
Give me a dexterity check just to see if you can like avoid all the sharpest bits of the rocks
okay.
and the roots.
Is that, should I roll saving throw or just?
Yeah, give me a
that
dex saving throw. That's
okay.
nice.
Oh my god, this is very good.
God damn it.
Serena, roll me d3 damage for how much damage Glarsh takes as he rolls down the hill.
Exactly.
A D6, you say?
Yeah, same thing for Glarsh. All right,
God
you also
damn
would
it.
take 3 points of damage falling down.
Yes, I just roll and I imagine that I'm like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker, and then I roll, and then when I'm rolling, I remember as a child what it felt like to roll, and I get lost in my memories of like happiness, what it felt like as a
All
baby
right.
to roll down hills.
Braz, it's your turn.
That was my whole turn.
If you had passed that dex check, I would have allowed you to make an attack, but not with a 2.
All
Ah.
right, I'm
damn
gonna
it.
keep pursuing. Listen, guys, I'm on the case. Don't worry. Glarch is on the case.
It's beautiful. Come on, Braz.
All right, I know. Okay, what's the? Let me look at the ruler, see how far that is, because I can.
Oh,
probably
he's off the screen. He triple moved.
Oh.
Yeah, he's way down the hill.
I don't have a ranged weapon. Okay. So then, I mean, why are we still in combat?
Oh no,
I
it's
couldn't.
up to you, man. You can just give up and go home.
Canuck, what do we do?
Can I shoot at it?
On your
Yeah.
turn, definitely.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, I look.
are they
I
running-
look to Braz and I say, I mean, Glars is committed to the body, the soul, and the mind. I mean, we can all commit.
You're right.
Let's do it. And I go to look like I'm going to go into a tuck roll to go down the hill, encouraging my friend Braz.
Yeah.
Brazy
100%.
boy.
Let's do it. Down
You
the
Princess
hill.
Bride down the hill?
Absolutely.
All right, give me a dex check, man.
Unflinchingly.
You do it. I got it. You got it.
Can we just say that I did it?
No, you need to.
Are you,
Oh,
what, is,
yeah!
what is this, D&D or something?
All right, you go down the hill, and as you tumble towards the goblin at this
Alright.
elevated speed, you can like land face forward with both your weapons towards it.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
finally! Yes!
There you go, Braz.
The short sword misses, and the dagger hits, actually, because it doesn't have a shield, so it's AC
Okay.
you
Uh,
4 points of damage, which is actually the exact amount of HP the goblin has left.
Yeah.
Yes.
The goblin
Yes.
goes down.
We killed one goblin. Yes.
We are amazing.
We're incredible. Look at us go.
I put my shirt on and I take it
You on
off
the
again and I
tower.
throw it into the tree.
Nailed it,
All
everybody.
right. So as you get your stuff back together, and Canuck throws another one of his shirts into the tree, you have a moment of realization that the goblins just came up this side of the mountain. They completely avoided all of your traps. And, you've blown the horn, so they're aware that something's going on. They might be coming after you soon, or maybe they think it's taken care of. Who knows what the monsters are thinking, but that's the route they took.
We switched the traps over to that side.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or
I'm
distribute
saying
them evenly.
that's not really going to be working here because it's a wide area. They could come from anything. You don't know where they're going to come from. I'm going to just blanketly tell you it's impossible to set up traps that the goblins are going to fall into in one night on the mountainside.
All right.
Without your shirts on.
All right. What if we had our shirts on?
Technically,
Maybe
I
would
still
give you a
have
space.
my
Fine.
shirt on. So
Thank you, Serena, for being the sensible one of the party.
I'm definitely not wearing my shirt. What direction? Where is this cleric?
The cleric has been kidnapped by Mara and her marauders.
I know, but I mean, do we know like the location of her?
wait, if she was there kidnapped by them, why didn't she heal us last time? If she was there.
Well, maybe if we finish the story successfully.
Well,
Neil!
yeah. Okay.
You're making a lot of assumptions right now that we're going to successfully finish anything.
I mean, it's for the children. I
it
really
is.
hope you succeed.
right, let's-
we
Do I
have
have
time
it?
to reboot this again.
Do I have
Guys, we
advantage
don't have
of
time.
seeing anything because I'm in the tree?
You're like a half mile away from them. And they're beneath trees. So you've got advantage to see the darkness.
I just want to say I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Give me a second.
But I'm trained
Okay.
to see in the dark, being the huntress.
I don't know what to tell you. No.
Okay.
Guys, I think we have to move closer.
Okay.
We need to go in. We need to not be afraid of our past failures, and we need to just go in and save those kids and the
I
cleric.
scale down the
Agreed.
tree and then go to a tree closer.
All right. So you're going to actually have to like descend the hillside, right? Because
Yes.
it's nighttime, even with the full moon, like you can't see anything
Yes.
down the mountain in the trees a half mile away. So you begin to get closer and closer and closer until you arrive at the goblin camp. But this time, I'm sorry, the only time you've ever arrived here, you're arriving from the bottom, from across Coyote Creek itself. You can see around the fire, whoops, there are 2 less goblins here this time. You can see around the fire, there's the ogre, there's the bugbear, there's a bunch of goblins. They're all having a great time.
God damn it.
It's going really well for them.
What if we pick them off one by one?
Yeah, well, I think that's definitely... I definitely feel like we shouldn't just run in there and attack them.
I get into a tree.
And I don't think that
ready.
talking to them
I don't know.
will work.
I don't know though, but Heart Socks in chat's calling me out, saying smooth talker attempt is number
No,
2.
you're not. No, I don't.
So-
Heart Socks, cut it out.
What if we blow the horn
right.
really lightly to bring them in one
Eric.
by one?
We're not
Okay.
going to convince them. And if you try to, I will personally murder you.
What
Wow.
if we blow the horn lightly to bring them in?
What,
little by
lightly?
little? Like just
Gently.
a little bit. Gently.
Judiciously.
A gentle horn toot.
Yes, like a
A tasteful amount of horn.
Listen, if you guys think that that's what's going to keep us from dying,
Well, I'm going to go into a tree, and I
So-
scale this way up.
You guys are having this conversation, and you see the ogre kind of meandering towards the creek.
Oh,
drown him.
You may attempt to do whatever you like. I cannot guarantee success or failure of any of this thing.
I don't know why I asked that. I'm sorry.
I feel like we should try to convince him that all of his allies are going to betray him, and that we are his only allies left in the world.
You get the ogre gets to about here, begins to take off his pants when you hear calling from the camp in common. Mara, the bugbear, saying, "No, not there! Downriver, Oogles! Downriver!" Oogles kind of like hitches up his pants partway and begins to make his way downriver.
Can I just say, like, perhaps it'd be best for us to kill all of the goblins first?
Yeah, for sure.
If he's preoccupied?
I think. Yeah,
I
like
feel
Or
like-
just
I
go
feel
to
like
attack the ogre.
if we could like, whistle or like throw a rock or something to get the goblin, like one goblin to be like, "What the hell was that?" And we take them out. Like classic classic sneak predator.
I mean, if you guys can take on the ogre, apparently from my past rolls, I could probably take on all of the goblins on my own and eventually kill them.
So while they're negotiating, Canuck is actually going. He still has his shirt off. He is going to go down. He sees that ogre going downstream. He's actually going to follow the ogre, and as soon as he gets within vision, he's going to whip down his pants, start peeing into the creek, and hopefully engage eye contact with the ogre.
You're going to have a pissing competition with the ogre. You're literally going to have a match with the ogre.
You're going to see. You'll see.
Okay.
Is that what they do in Canada?
We are very lonely up here. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my
All right, so the ogre comes down to where the east fork meets the main fork. The ogre finds this nice little patch of land. Let's bring your tokens all over here so you can see what's going on. And the ogre begins the lengthy process of relieving himself, which is what ogres do. It's a natural thing. The rest of the party, before we get too deep into what Canuck is doing here, did you follow Canuck down here as well, or are you way back up by the camp? Are you splitting the party?
I turn and I say, from one giant lug to another, I think I can connect with this simple beast. I think that we can bond over a person telling us where we can piss and where we cannot piss. Just give me an opportunity. I believe that I can turn him to our side.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So does that mean the party's coming down here to observe?
No, I don't want to observe that.
Yeah, we don't. No, why would we?
All right. Okay, Canuck, you're by yourself. Please go ahead and move yourself and make your actions.
So I go right across the river. As I walk out of the woods along I kind of shanty down the rocky ledge, drop onto the beach. I start unbuckling my pants and I start walking across and I look at him and I'm like, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to engage your space here. It's weird. I was planning to go a little bit further upriver, but my boss was telling me that I had to go downriver for some reason. I don't understand, but...
Me too.
You too?
Boss say no pee near camp.
Hey.
Boss say pee downriver.
Hey, you know what? You're a big guy like me. We should be able to piss where we want to. Am I right?
Yeah.
You know what? It's weird. I've actually started a little bit of a coalition at my local lumbering mill. I'm a lumberjack, as you see. I'm wearing flannel. I have a toque on. I'm a lumberjack, and I hold up
a tree marauder.
I hold up my giant axe.
Ah, you are Axeman.
Axeman. We've had enough. We've had enough of the big bosses telling us where we can piss, where we can't piss, up, down, river, whatever. When a man's got to go, a man's got to go. Am I right?
Nature call, unstoppable.
Exactly. You know what? We do all the heavy work. We do all the heavy lifting. We do all the heavy cutting. Who makes the money? You or me?
Yes. You and me.
Well, we should be. But the big bosses are the ones that make the money.
Yes. Yeah.
So I pee into the creek. I look him in the eye.
There's no such thing as an awkwardness check in Dungeons and Dragons.
Charisma roll.
Yeah, give me a charisma saving throw, Canuck.
All right.
Straight charisma saving throw. Let's see. Oh, that is
freaking.
You know what? You both pass with flying colors. Neither of you are made awkward by this encounter whatsoever. Yeah. It's just a couple of guys pissing in a creek out in the woods.
Yeah.
You know, it's the most natural thing in the world, actually.
Now listen, my name is
bonding over critiques of capitalism.
Oh my god.
My name is Canuck. What is your name, friend?
Oogles.
Oogles.
No. Oogles.
Oogles.
No. Oogles.
All right, whatever. Look, you know what? Listen, I'm starting a bit of a movement. I have some associates of mine that we are...
Oh, no, not movement time. That later. Okay. Time to go back to party. Wait a minute.
Oh, hold on.
Human? We don't have human in camp. Where you come from, little man?
I'm a man that works in the woods. I work for a large company that doesn't appreciate my time and my efforts. But I do all the heavy lifting. I do all the heavy work. And at the end of the day, I go home and I can barely afford to have a bit of food and some booze in my belly. Do you understand me?
No. Morta, good boss. Free health insurance through her. Very good. I have bad tooth. More to pull out bad tooth. Very good. Excellent insurance plan.
But she tells you where to piss, doesn't she?
Yeah.
A real strong individual would piss anywhere in the creek that they want to. And I believe that you, along with me and my associates who also like to piss anywhere in any creek at any time, we could stand up to these overlords, to these piss directors and tell them exactly where to get off. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Bits and pieces. You big words very fast. Kind of slow. Come with me. More to sort out. Come with me. And he starts walking back up the creek.
Okay, as I'm going to follow him, but I'm going to continually basically do a pro-communist piss to him about the benefits of a union when it comes to the heavy lifting and the heavy labor, and that they do not look out for the common man.
All right. I'm going to make one more check on the ogre's part to see if
You're asking the ogre, like, how much time do you have to go over the marginal value of labor?
Wow, that's surprisingly good. Give me your best persuasion check, man. You got to beat an 11.
Come on, Curtis.
Come on, give me advantage. Come on, man.
You have to argue for advantage.
I showed him my penis.
That should give you disadvantage.
No, I think that's advantage.
I don't
No,
want
it
to
should be advantage.
role playing.
It should be advantage because there's no awkwardness.
I would
Yes.
argue also advantage because no one else is around. They're in the dark, and Ogre is alone and he's not swung by anything other than Curtis's opinion. And also, I feel like when you have your genitals out, you're more prone to agreeing with other people who also have their genitals.
Come on, Neil. You had conversations with guys at the urinal.
No,
It's a dangerous precedence.
It is dead silence. I cannot give advantage for this behavior.
That's not a good. That's a bad
I
idea.
cannot give advantage. I cannot condone this. We can move back to the other page.
Curtis, I tried. I'm sorry.
I know,
alright.
we all tried.
You've done your best.
Shit out of that.
You've done your best. The party sees the ogre start to walk back, having fully relieved itself, and with Canuck coming up behind him, talking about communism and like how the man is keeping you down, and how a minimum wage is a slave wage, and it's pretty heavy for the 8 intelligence lumberjack.
Can I shoot an arrow at his head?
Yes.
Hold on. As he's walking towards the camp, I slap him on the shoulder and I say, well, men will be men, and I suppose if you want to take orders from a woman that doesn't piss in a river, I completely understand.
Serena, are you shooting the ogre right now?
Yes, I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Uh-oh.
Misscliks has to roll to hit with advantage, please.
Ooh.
How do I do it with an?
Yeah, you auto roll and you take the higher of the numbers that roll. There you go. 20's a hit.
Can I? Okay, hold on. I hear the flip of the arrow. Can I jump in front of it?
Make me a dexterity saving throw to try and take the shot for the ogre. You need to beat you need a 15 or better to take the shot. This is insane.
God damn it!
You throw yourself in front of the arrow.
I do 9 damage to his face.
Unfortunately, you're a little slow. The arrow hits the ogre and then you dive.
As I'm diving, I say, blame the proletariat! And I jump in front of his... I try so desperately to save communism with this ogre, but it's not working.
All right. The ogre cries out in pain as it takes the arrow. And,
All right.
I think it's time to roll initiative here.
Yep.
This didn't end well last time.
All right, screw this. Yeah, I'm rolling initiative, and then I'm just running into this thing.
Yeah, that worked great last time.
That worked superbly last time.
You know what? It did work okay. I should have done it sooner.
Wait, are we gonna kill the ogre first, though?
Yes, I think that's the.
Oh, sorry, I
That's
forgot
probably-
to click my token again.
It's all right.
no!
Yeah, initiative.
Roll it.
How is this happening?
I got 18.
Do I get to roll, or did that count as my attack this turn?
That was your attack.
Oh no!
No, you roll initiative. You'll join in the initiative order. You got.
Guys, we might have a chance to win. Curtis rolled a really good roll, and I rolled really poorly, so we might have broken the curse.
You need to click on your tokens before you roll them.
But I still got an 18 to be fair.
Well, I'm sorry. Everyone else has re-rolled theirs. You're gonna have to re-roll yours too.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. Hey, look at that.
Nice. There you
A
go.
little bit less.
There you go.
All right, Serena, you are first the
tiny
second time
punishment.
through.
Okay, I shoot another arrow at the ogre.
Thank you. 16 will hit the ogre for 6 points of damage. Very nice. Braz.
Oh.
Wait, is he close to death yet?
Gonna make me-
You can see his HP bar, can't you?
Oh. Hold on.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get into a position across the river.
Gosh. He's so
So I'm going to move twice and go here. Kind of like underneath this ledge so no one else can see me if anyone, like, reinforcements come in.
That's just a single move to get there.
Oh,
that's
I thought that
30
was
feet.
7. From where I was. Oh, it's 25. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't make a straight line because I'm a dummy.
That's
fine. So then I'm going to ready an action to attack any goblin or anything that would come down from the camp this way.
Canuck.
Skewer it.
You should actually be adjacent to the ogre. You guys
okay.
are
I'll put him here.
buddies.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So he's been hit already, right?
Twice.
twice.
Okay, this is one last ditch effort to convince him that communism is the way. I'm using my Canadian powers, the Canadian Club. I'm using my toque. I'm using everything I can. I grab him by the wrist and I say, "This is the proletariat trying to keep you down. They know that you and I are gonna piss where we want to piss. Join me, brother. Join me in this anti-oppression." Join me in this. Together we can rule the world.
Give me your best persuasion check. At disadvantage because he's been shot twice. Hey!
Come on. We
Okay.
need an ogre.
Ogre is making a counter wisdom check. He's got -2 on it.
He's internalized the capitalist mindset.
Yes.
The ogre stops what he's doing and goes, I don't understand, but you make sense.
I clasp his forearm and I say, "Join me, brother. Together, we will rule the world."
The ogre begins to nod enthusiastically and spends his turn beating on his chest and yelling at the top of his lungs.
Yes.
Which will provoke the rest of the camp to join in initiative on the next round. But before that, Glarsh, it's your turn.
Before that, I turn and yell, "We have a friend, a brother in pissing arms."
I guess I trust that.
There's a reason I'm like 25 feet away. I don't trust.
So I go
I've been
5,
hurt before.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can run up to Canuck and I say, "Are you sure?"
I look towards my associate Blarsh and I say, "We locked eyes when we pissed. He is an ally. Charge forward, my friend."
I trust that! And I move 5 more feet because that's as long as I'm allowed to go. Wait, if I can dash, though, I can go 60, right?
Yes.
So 30, 35, 40. Oh, God. Can I get up there? Let's see. 45, 50, 55, 60. This is the closest I can get. So I'm hiding in the trees. So I'm hoping that my friend can keep the ogre in distraction, I guess. And
Excellent.
I'm just gonna keep charging toward these little goblins and murder all of them one by one as soon as I can.
They've
All
got
right,
your back, Clark.
the next round, the other people have been alerted. They've rolled initiative, and they're joining in on this round. Serena, it is your turn.
Okay, so can I hold action till they come up?
You have
Closer?
to ready an action in 5th edition for a specific thing. So you would say, like, I'm going to ready my action for when the goblin comes into view.
I ready my bow for when the goblin comes into view.
Perfect. All right, Braz, it is your turn.
Yep. So I'm going to move up near where Glarch is, and wait for the first goblin to come by. I'm actually gonna go here instead.
Okay. Wonderful. The first goblin drunkenly stumbles away from the fire, starts walking this way, saying in, I guess this goblin doesn't speak common, but shouting in goblin at the ogre, which only Braz can understand, saying, "Oogles, did you fall again? What's going on, buddy?" Braz, walks past Braz. Deception check. Actually, he spots you as he gets adjacent to you, which is when your ready to action goes off. But he sees you just as the attack comes, so no advantage for surprise. Roll that roll. 17 will hit him, though.
Nice.
4 points of damage. The goblin shrieks in pain and will just run back to camp for the rest of the action, provoking an attack of opportunity from Braz as it leaves a threatening square.
Get him.
14 will do it. These are 13
Nice.
goblins
Yes.
because they're
7.
not wearing their shield. The goblin actually dies on the spot.
Yes.
Yes, I stab it twice.
Get him. Get him.
Nicely done, Braz.
Would it be legal for me to drag the body
No.
into the?
No,
Okay.
not on an
Yeah.
opportunity attack.
Cut
right.
it out.
The next goblin goes. He was about to walk in this direction too when he sees his friend die. Miserable. So he picks up a log from the fire and goes, that's 5,
No.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, comes up to Braz. Glarsh spent all of your points moving, so no ready to attack. I think Serena, you can see this guy coming here. He's got the torch, right? So he's very well lit by the fire over his head.
Get him.
Roll to hit, Serena.
Bow and I shoot.
Yep. 14
Nice.
will do it.
Nice.
6.
11 will kill him. He drops to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yes.
I shoot an arrow
Finally, the tides have turned.
right through his heart.
Oh
He
my
is
God.
dead. By this point, the other goblins have wisened up to what's going on. They realize they're under attack. They yell in goblin to arms! And this goblin comes charging this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to use its bonus move to dash.
No.
Which
No.
is the bonus move to do.
No.
Nimble escape can take disengage or hide as bonus actions. Never mind, it can't triple move.
Yeah. Get away from me.
So it comes to here and chills. The next goblin grabs its scimitar, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Comes here, chilling hardcore.
Oh my God.
And Canute, it is your turn.
So Canute looks to his newfound ogre friend and says, "How dare they insult your finesse? You are a beautiful creature of individuality. Let me mount your shoulders. Together we will destroy the oppression that they have mounted against you and that the dismissive nature of how they speak to you." And I climb up on his shoulders.
Give me a DC 10 persuasion check with advantage because you guys have bonded.
Get him.
You still need to
Get
convince him
over.
though, because he's not meant
Oh,
to be
no.
admitted. But here he goes. He goes after you. So why don't you just take your action on his turn? He is now your mount. You move together.
All right,
Yes.
I will hold my action, and I basically yell to him as my free action. I will yell to him, "Together, we will destroy all that would hold us down. We will become our own brotherhood of success and beauty. Charge forth, my friend!" And basically,
And he does. That's
All
exactly
right.
what he does. He charges up the river and just keeps charging up the river off the screen.
God damn it! Hey, I'm taking him out for now.
Glarsh, it's your turn.
Do I see that at all?
Yes, you see the ogre with Canuck on his shoulders just charging up the river
I just
drunkenly.
peace out. They
Do it.
can't take an attack of opportunity because they're not close enough. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And if I dash, it's 60. So
Yeah.
35, 40. And I acrobat onto shoulders above.
My ally, my friend, he has come to join us.
On top of the
All right.
ogre.
So here's how it's going to go. I needed a DC 10 acrobatics check to get on the ogre, DC 15 acrobatics check to get on Canuck.
Wait, can I check
It's
athletics?
one check. Sure, either acrobatics or athletics. A 7 doesn't get you anywhere. A 7
Do we
gets
have
you in the
advantage
mud.
because the ogre is like into it?
No. No. You like slip in the creek
Into it.
on a soft rock. And you
I'm
eat
in the
it.
water. I'm still following them. That's my turn.
You see my
All right.
disappointed look. We had the moment. We had a moment.
The bugbear moves forward. And you know what? The bugbear is going to close all the way to Braz. Serena, it's your turn.
Well,
Right?
I just like kind of look at them, and then I just shake my head, bow, and I shoot at the next goblin.
All right, give me a roll to hit. 23 will hit.
Wow.
Oh my god, you are saving the entire party. Roll me some damage here. Yeah, you murder another goblin. It drops to the
Nice.
ground.
Yes.
Braz,
It's so much damage.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's
it's
amazing.
your turn, Braz. You're right next to the big boss herself.
Yeah.
This is Morta of Morta's Marauders. She's the one that captured your cleric, that burned down your building, that stole all of your booze, and there it is. It went down that ogre's gullet. It's wasted. There's no more booze left. What are you gonna do?
Well, there are some things that are worth more than just material goods, Neil, and that's what love is. And,
And friendship with a new ogre.
so I'm actually going to. I really want to disengage and make sure that and try to find our cleric, but
Disengage in the name of love, man.
Where is she?
I don't know. That's why I have to go find her. But
Just tell us, Neil.
no, I'm gonna stand my ground. And you're right. I'm so upset that I'm going to do this, and
Do
so
it.
I'm going to attack.
Do it.
You can
24.
do it. That's a hit.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Just 8 damage though, because I don't think it's
That's beautiful. So,
Yeah.
and your
10.
dagger is a miss.
I should
Damn.
come back and help you.
All right. The goblin goes. It moves over next to Braz
Uh-oh.
and
Uh-oh,
stabs
okay,
you with
I'm on my
scimitar.
That's
I'm
a
on
hit.
my way.
That's
I'm on my way.
you for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
You got this, Braz.
Canuck, you are on top of the ogre who is out of control, running up the river,
Yeah.
saying, "For the proletara!"
And I say, you're directing your rage in the wrong direction. It is your master. What is it? Morgoth? What's the? Do I know your name?
Morta.
I put it in Discord like 10 times. I've said it like 10 times in the game. If you
It's
can't remember
Morta.
it.
It's Morta.
That's
Morta's
my
Marauders.
answer.
I know it.
Morta's the one that wants to keep you down. If we destroy her, we can be free, roaming together along the forest. Heroes of the realm, come on, my brother, charge forward! And I'm going to try to turn him around towards the bugbear, and that's going to be my action.
All right, another persuasion contested by willpower, or wisdom, I'm sorry, in this situation. No advantage or disadvantage for you. You've like broached that. You guys are kind of buddies and you're riding on his shoulders.
God fucking Christ, damn it.
Oh
Still
my
needs to be
God.
convinced. You know what? It doesn't matter. It worked.
Oh my god.
It worked.
If
buddy.
it were one on both of them?
Wow.
On both of them?
That's insane.
Wow.
The ogre turns around and it starts coming back the other way.
Oh my god!
That's my action. I grab him. I put my arms around his neck and I give him a big hug. He feels my cheek on his cheek. We bond. It's on.
All right, for the children, the ogre comes running in up to Morta of Morta's Marauder fame and makes an attack against her with a 22 to hit, dealing 10 points of bludgeoning damage to the bugbear. Glarsh.
Yep, I'm coming back. Let's see, I was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Where is the bugbear? Right there.
I'm the happiest
It's
I've
a
ever
giant,
been.
yeah.
I'm
25,
just
30,
gonna say that right
35,
now.
40, 45, and I attack the bug. Am I right there?
That's
where
good.
it is, right? Yeah.
But that's, no attack after that. That's all your move.
Oh, okay. Well, I move in, I guess, then.
Okay.
I guess I'll wait to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Morta's turn. Her ogre has turned around and attacked her. So she says in common, Oogles, do you not remember me? I rescued you when your society cast you out. I raised you from young. I pulled your teeth when they hurt. Come back to me, Oogles. And she makes a persuasion check to bring
And I rub my second and say, against your will, against your will, against your will.
Persuasion is what skill? I have to look this up.
It's a charisma.
It's charisma. Bugbear Chief makes a 12 against the ogres. 10. Stops and goes, huh? Of course you did, Portia. Oh, I'm so confused. Is communism good or bad? And Serena, it's your turn.
Shoot the ogre! Shoot the bugbear!
No! Finish the bugbear!
Shoot the bugbear!
I'm still going to.
She's keeping our brother
I
down!
pull back my bow. I want one last hit.
Against who?
Against the bugbear.
Okay.
Yeah!
No.
Serena!
17 will do it.
Yes!
You do 6 points of damage.
Is
The
it
bugbear's no, it's very healthy.
No!
Oh, God.
Super healthy.
Why?
Raz, it's your turn, man. But Canuck is adjacent to the bugbear,
Finally.
giving you sneak attack damage if you hit.
Yes, absolutely. So absolutely doing a double attack against the bugbear.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
20.
20 will do it. For
6.
6 points of damage.
And bonus action dagger offhand.
Is a 21. My God, how are you doing this?
Yes, yes.
Those roll
It's got
20 hacks.
super high AC, man.
Yeah.
All right, the goblin goes. You know what? It looks like Morta's got brass handled, and Oogles might be on somebody else's team right now.
No, what?
So the goblin is gonna just kind of like take a walk over to Serena, which does provoke an attack of opportunity from Braz.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm in the tree,
Yeah.
so
Into
what?
it,
How's
into
he gonna?
it, into
14 is not enough, right?
No, that is enough. He doesn't have a
Oh,
shield. AC
fine.
13
Yes.
goblin. All right, he's
5 points
alive,
damage.
but he makes it to Serena and scimitars her.
But
for a-
I'm in a tree. You do know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, I've been in a tree this whole time.
All right. He uses the rest of his action just to climb the tree
Okay.
adjacent to you. He's
Fair.
adjacent to you now. You're both in a tree together. Canuck.
Aw.
Come on.
Oogles has just switched sides. He's back on Morta's side.
I'm about to kill this bugbear. Just
What do you-
convince Oogles not to fuck
So
us up.
close.
Come on, man.
How are you going to do this? Morta raised him from young, pulled his hurt teeth,
Come
gave him
on.
home when he was an outcast.
Convince him.
I don't know his status. Okay, I grab him, but I kind of hug him around the neck, and I say, I was an outcast too. The town took me in. But I've lived on the outskirts. I know my place. My place is next to you, my brother. Screw
Solidarity.
society. Screw everything else. Together, with all of my friends, we will create a new society human, ogre alike. Everyone has equal opportunity. You will be my captain.
Oh, he likes the sound of that.
Pitch. That's like a solid, super solid.
Give me your persuasion check.
Come on.
Come on,
With
motherfucker.
advantage, I would say that was
That was pretty good. He likes the sound of that. Well, advantage doesn't matter here. You do it again.
Yes!
This unionizing firebrand lumberjack of ours. Big plays.
Yes!
I say that, but I also want to inspire him, and I'm going to leap off his shoulder with my giant axe and come straight down on the oppressor.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Take your action on Morta.
Is this an advantage because I'm leaping off of his shoulders?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to go full on. 13. God damn it.
All right. Rich, what happens? Why does Curtis fail so badly here? I want you to tell me what goes on and the consequences of it. And don't be nice. He rolled a 1 after you jumped off an ogre.
Me?
Yeah, you're Brit. What happens to Curtis?
Oh my god. As Curtis is leaping off of the ogre, his foot gets caught on the ogre's shoulder. And he didn't remember to take his shoes off. He was taking his shirt on and off plenty of times.
Yeah.
He forgot about his shoes. And his shoe got caught on an ogre's shoulder. And he just falls straight into the ground.
Face first.
Face first, like weapon last, like feet over his head.
As I face plant, I roll over I look terrible. I probably strain my neck and I say, "This is your moment to shine, my friend."
And as he says that, I go, "It was on purpose."
V, you're our official damage roller for people falling off of things. Would you please roll us a d6 for how much damage Canuck takes as he...
I'll take it. God damn it, B. God damn it.
It hurt worse than goblins.
On your face.
See, that's why you made me do it.
God, this is
All right.
insane.
It's Oogles' turn here. And
Oogles,
he is...
come on, man.
No.
He's been persuaded back and forth. And poor Oogles, he's really drunk. He's not very bright.
Man.
Oogles sits down and begins to cry. This is too much pressure for him to handle.
No.
He just can't handle it.
I'll take it.
He's crying right now.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. He can cry.
As long as he's crushing us.
All right, it's time to fucking end this.
Come on, Glarsh.
So I'm gonna use my Warhammer. Wait, Neil, can I back up 10 feet and then run 10 feet toward?
If you're willing to take an attack of opportunity from Morta.
Why not? It's
all right.
Listen, whatever.
It also looks very cool.
And
she
then
hits you. No, she has disadvantage because she's drunk. She misses you.
Yep, she misses. So yeah, that's fine. And then
so close.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit with my Warhammer.
Oh, you do
That's
hit.
good.
Yes.
Damage.
And I get +5 to damage.
Roll some damage here.
Okay.
Ooh, 7 and 5 is 12.
12. Take it off.
Beautiful.
Is that enough?
Not dead yet.
She's
No.
still standing.
Almost.
All right. Next up is Morta herself. And she doesn't like taking 10 points of damage from a Warhammer. She also doesn't like taking however much damage Braz did, which I think is the lion's share of the damage she's taken. So she's going to split her attacks. The first one against Braz, the second one against Glarsh. She does have disadvantage because she is fairly drunk. First one is a 20 against...
Fucking whatever. Okay.
You take 16 points of damage.
Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
And the second attack comes through with a 21 against Glarsh.
All right, well, I'm down.
Damage.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm 0.
All right. Serena.
28 damage?
No, 19.
19. It didn't crit.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good.
I'm just like gritting my teeth, and then I keep pulling my bow back.
What is
There's
this?
a goblin adjacent to
drunk?
you in the tree, so that gives you disadvantage on ranged attacks because there's a goblin next to you in the tree. He's adjacent to you.
Okay, but he's in the tree as well.
He's in the tree, like you're both on the same branch.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 squirrels.
Well, so no, if I'm shooting at the other one, though.
Doesn't matter who you're shooting. If someone's adjacent to you and you're making a ranged attack,
so what's my disadvantage?
You just take the lower of the 2 rolls that show up on screen when you make a roll to hit.
Oh boy. And then what if I dagger the one next to me?
Oh, that's fine. You could just dagger him normally. Totally.
Okay, I'm gonna dagger the one next to me.
Gonna go out on a limb.
Hi-yo.
You do dagger the goblin. Roll me some damage. He tumbles out of the tree. I'm sorry, she tumbles out of the tree and dies.
Yes.
Raz, you're unconscious. Make me a death saving throw.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You're doing okay. That is a dead goblin. Canuck, it is your turn. You pick yourself up off the ground. Your neck is killing you.
Yeah, I got
You
strained.
gotta murder this bugbear, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bonus action to put my forehead up to the ogres, and I say, sometimes these movements take sacrifice. Feel the strength within your spirit. Join me, brother. My captain, my captain. And I bring up my giant axe and I turn and I chop. I'm like, destroy the oppressor! And I'm hoping that I hit because that was an epic fail last time.
Just roll it. That'll do it.
Yes, Curtis, yes.
Roll me some damage.
All right, here we go.
13.
Nice. Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
Morta is almost dead.
Yes.
And I kind of like, as I swing, the chest sweat kind of glistens and creates kind of like a cascade of diamonds through the sun that shines through the canopy of the forest.
Oogles sees you do this, and as Morta is dying, being beaten to death with an axe by you, something in Oogles kind of snaps.
No, shut up.
He lets out a cry,
No.
and he makes a grapple attack against our Canuck friend.
Come on!
Oh!
No!
Give me a...
Not like this.
You
Not like
need
this.
a beat, or to tie or beat a 23 with an athletics check.
Not like this.
Ooh,
Oh.
not good enough. He grabs you and
Kisses me. He kisses me all over.
He picks you up and just like chucks you over the creek. V, would you roll 2d6 for Curtis's falling damage?
As I soar through the air, I say, my captainship's going to someone else, you bastard! As I fly through the air.
I regret ever showing you my penis.
For the children, people! Come on!
It's for the children. This.
I guess,
innocent.
yeah.
What?
It is your turn.
Yeah.
Morta is
Let's end
almost
this bugbear. It is time to use my warhammer once again.
all right. 12 is not going to do it.
No.
Fighter, you have an action surge available.
Yeah.
Your fighter, you have action surge and second wind.
Yeah, let me dagger them then.
No.
Action surge.
Action
Go
surge.
full out
Action
normal
Surge
attack.
lets you attack again.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
oh,
you normally
warhammer.
play druids. I'm sorry, I forget.
Sorry, yeah, I normally, guys, I apologize to everyone on the stream. I've never played anything other than a druid, so I'm extremely not used to just not turning into an animal and.
Right.
Or flaming
So,
spear.
yes, I
everything.
apologize. Yeah, flaming spear, literally. Flaming spear and moonbeam, everything. That's like my jam. So, all right, I'm gonna warhammer again, and please, dear God, this time. Let me-
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Your warhammer sinks into her. Well, I'll let you describe how you kill her because she's at 2 and she cannot
Yeah.
survive this blow.
What if she rolls a 1?
That's true. Well, she's
Oh,
actually.
my friend, we're like flowing off into the darkness, and I pull my warhammer up and I sink it directly into her face, and I say, "For the children!"
And with that,
Murder her.
Morta dies. Oogles is unable to take the death of Morta and runs up the creek in tears, crying, holding his head.
I'm gonna chase him. I feel like I've almost got through with this guy. I've almost got through with him.
Oh my God.
While he chases him, I get off the tree and I go look for the priest.
I need
Lovely.
a doctor.
Oh yeah, Braz, make me another death saving throw. I think everyone's forgotten about you. You might just die here. And
That happens all
You
the
did
time.
it. You saved it.
but he needs he's passed
no.
2, he failed 2.
There we go.
Okay, you're good. You're fine. So
Just like real medicine, just let someone hang out there bleeding out. And...
Serena, you find the doctor in this tent, the tent that still has the fire on it that you threw last time you were here.
Oh, shit.
no!
In a different life.
Oh, God.
Oh my God!
We are terrible people.
She's tied up in the tent. Thankfully, you did not set her tent on fire this time, so she will survive.
I immediately run over to her.
She's gagged and bound.
I take the gag out of her mouth.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I think I am.
I her at the same time.
What happened? I heard fighting and yelling and crying? Did I hear crying?
Yes. You see, there is a situation that went on out there. But you're okay now, and we killed all the things.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I wouldn't have let you stay here alone, and I grab her hand and, like, hold her hand.
She comes in for a close hug. She's been through a lot of trauma.
I give her a really big hug.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we just do this epilogue in a more fluid style? We're gonna leave Canuck for last. So let's get through everybody else first. Starting with Braz. What happens to you after all of this? Like you get stabilized. Eventually, you wake up. The doctor's there. She kind of patches you up. What's going on with you, Braz? What is your story today?
I mean, I want to make sure Assandra's okay, and I want to finally tell her how I feel about her.
She's coming out arm in arm with Serena. Their arms are wrapped around each other.
I know, but do they visit me in the hospital?
Well, this is immediately. You see the two of them coming out of the tent together. You're semi-conscious.
Oh, the time when I'm semi-conscious. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what do you do in this semi-conscious state when your true love is in the arms of another person?
I mean, what any human being would do in that time, and just curl up and cry and try to say that it's fine when it's not okay, and it's not fine. But that's what you tell yourself, and you're not at home. And I'm wondering if I have any. I guess actually no. My number one thought is, of course, if whether or not back at the bar, in the freezer section, is there a pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream that because to eat my sadness away.
There is, but it comes with 2 spoons, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the most heartbreaking character. Fine. All right.
I want to check in here
so.
with Glarsh.
Yeah.
What goes on with you?
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that, the children are going to live. So I go back to my blacksmithing, and I craft tiny breastplates for all the children that survived.
For your little child army?
Now
that he saved you.
Oh, this is so nice.
I give it to them and say, this is for you. You survived. Here's some more protection in case you're ever in danger again. If you ever need more help, I got you. For a price, obviously, but this. And after I'm done crafting all the tiny child breastplates, I go to the barn/gym and stretch and prepare and wait for my acrobatic companion to return so we can practice our acrobatic feats.
Excellent.
To later perform for all of the children that have survived and are ready for some fun entertainment.
Sure. Serena, what about you? What's your story?
Well, obviously,
Oh my God.
I impress the priestess with my great skill for killing mostly everything out there.
It does come out when you get back to the village and the story gets told around that you did most of the damage in the combat. Took out the enemies.
And I say it was all for her, and me and her live happily ever after.
Meanwhile, I'm eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's going, a dazzling place I never knew.
We live happily ever after, and we help the kids, and we adopt some kids as well.
Aww.
Very cute. Very cute.
All right.
Cute.
Canuck.
So
I'm a little tempted to railroad your story, but I want to see what you've got first.
So Canuck, he hears the distant crying of his communist brother in the woods and slowly wanders out, and he sees him just in the distance. The moonlight's casting through the canopy of the forest, and he sees him slump-shouldered next to the creek, and he walks up slowly, and he puts an arm around him, just kind of gives him a nice squeeze on the shoulder and says, well, brother, I came out here for love. But you know what? Someone else claimed that love today. But you know what I came out with out of these woods, out of everything that I experienced today? I came out with a friend. And you know what? I think you've got something special about you. But I have one question for you. How do you feel about the circus?
Ooh, what circus?
I'm the strong man, but you're the strong man. I have a friend, and I think you and I, and my associate, Glarsh, can make a little bit of a killing, entertaining people, bringing joy to the community. No more killing. I'll chop down some trees. You'll entertain the children. Everyone wins. What do you say, brother?
Make me one final persuasion check, DC 10.
Come on.
No.
He's like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Ogre.
Not in the
I did the circus once, not my bag.
The ogre picks you up under his arm and says, but you a good friend, so I keep you, and marches up the creek with you, and the two of you are never seen from again. What happens between the two of you could be anything. You guys could go off and be epic adventurers. You could be the best of friends. You could turn into your own set of bandits. But the two of you disappear into the mountains for all time.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
God.
I'm okay with that. That sounds like a perfect end for Canuck the Lumberjack.
Right. And that is going to bring our story in for a close today. Congratulations, party. You saved the children.
We did it.
It's been fantastic.
Eventually.
Yeah. I've also seen the Wizards of the Coast has already met and I think exceeded their goals. So
Awesome. Yay.
The children have also been saved in the real world too, which is great.
Yep. The most important part.
Yeah. Why don't we wrap this up, do some shout outs in the same order that we did our other thingy. Yeah. And we'll call it a night. So who goes first?
Me. It's me, Britt Wiseman. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us. This was so much fun. We had a rough night, but it was a really good time. And I know we've exceeded the goals, but obviously there are just so many children who need help. So if you guys, I know, if you can, like $20 is a pizza delivery, like just anything you can provide to help these children, like that's what our focus is. That's what's important. And if there's anything at all you can do, please help them. And thank you so much for whatever you can give. And thank you for hanging out with us. This is really important. So it touches my heart that you have all joined us, and any donations are greatly appreciated. And thank you to you guys, to Neil and V and Eric and Curtis. We threw this together pretty last minute, and I just really appreciate everyone just like dropping whatever they had on a Friday night and deciding that this was the priority. That means a lot. So thank you guys. I had so much fun, and I don't know. I'll see you around. I go to Korea next week, so I'll stream at some point on my own channel, but I'll just stream that. So,
and what is your channel? Where can they find you?
It's Cheerhex. It's Cheerhex on Twitch. So if you guys want to find me there, I just stream random games, and it's not, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just, but it's fun. Yeah. Awesome. So I hope everyone has a lovely weekend, and I'm really, really proud of everybody for already exceeding the goals. So that makes my heart feel very happy. So yeah, have a great weekend. And Curtis, over to you, buddy.
Oh yeah, Neil. First of all, thank you so much for rolling with my my idea to turn the ogre into a communist. That is the Canadian way. We will turn anyone into a communist if we can. Free healthcare for all. It's wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, I had a great time, and thank you so much for everyone for coming out. I am Curtis Weeb, and I am going to be running the Misscliks starting this upcoming Wednesday. And we're going to be continuing the ongoing story of the various characters who have I guess we've done like 10 episodes, 12 episodes already. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm looking very much forward to it. And that'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it'll be the next episode. And I will be the DM. I'm very, very excited. And I had a blast tonight. V, over to you.
I'm V Parlefoi, or V for short. And I love D&D, so any excuse, of course, at play. But love that we had a good cause for tonight, because yeah, late on a Friday night. Woo! So thank you to playing with everybody. I haven't played with all the people here, so it was really cool, different experience. And I'm not used to 5th edition either. I'm playing 2nd edition, so I was like,
killed it.
Learning curve. Yeah. But apparently I roll better here, so maybe I should play a 2nd edition game. No, I play normally with Neil, so on Tuesday nights. And no, it was really fun, and thanks for Neil for putting this together, and everybody for tuning in and doing whatever you can for the kids, because it's important. So and you can find me over on my Twitch channel, V Parlefoi. I'll be streaming after this actually for a little bit, because
nice.
And then Eric.
Yes. Hey everybody, I'm Eric. I'm Eric Folgaris and everything like that. I was the person also running all the production today. I just want to say thank you, chat, for hanging out and just with this amazing cast. And Neil, special thank you to you for putting up with our nonsense today, rolling with the punches, adjudicating correctly. It was very smooth today. It was really awesome. You managed to make a really fun time happen in 2.5 hours, and that's not easy to do. So thank you very much for doing that and putting up with my nonsensical references. Thank you to everyone for putting up with that. I'm also do a lot of streaming things on my own channel, a lot of role-playing game stuff, as a little bit of design, as well as some overlay creations and things like that. So if you want to play D&D online and you need an overlay, you should talk to me, and I can hook you up with something. So that's me. Neil, over to you.
I'm Neil, also known as Koibu. I stream D&D stuff all the time on my channel, mostly 2nd edition, some 5th edition. I do Heroes Graveyard on Saturdays on this channel on twitch.tv/D&D, except for this Saturday. And I do Misscliks Risen here on Wednesdays, and a bunch of stuff other places. So, Koibu everywhere, or Koibu0 somewhere. And thank you to Wizards of the Coast for having us here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you to chat. And I would just like to echo what Britt said earlier. I don't think anyone could say it better than that. Thank you, everyone, for helping out with everything. Eric, take us out, man.
Yep. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're out of here.
Thanks, guys.